All right, we're going live here. I was going to try something different here. I had this Jenner Parfums written up. I was going to do it as like content and film it. And I decided, well, let's see. I'll just do a last minute live, put it up here, and if I get any views on this, or what I think about this by the time I do all this, editing and posting and all that, I could already be into it. So yeah, I'm just going to get into these and see if anybody joins up. This is like a last minute decision. So I got a bunch in from Jenner Parfums. They do a bunch of clones and they do originals. And I was pretty impressed last time. So this is the second time I got them. And let's see how they do this time. As you can see, we got some nice fall weather here behind me. And let's see. I'll put the screen up here. All right, here's the notes on the first one I'm going to try. It's this Gold Partisan, they call it. And it's actually a clone of Killian Gold Night, which I'd never really heard of that. I looked it up when I got this. And you get a lot of anise and bergamot at first. And then it's a real nice honey note as it dries down. Some vanilla, patchouli show up pretty heavy in the deeper dry down. Also pick up some cinnamon, spices, but they're very light. And yeah, if I would kind of compare this to anything, it'd probably be like a Back to Black from Killian, but not really. It's pretty different than that. It's just kind of something to compare it to. Michael from the Fragrance Fraternity, live and in the flesh. Good to see you, brother. Glad you showed up. I'm doing some of these Jenner Parfums clones. So they do clones and they do a lot of originals. I got a lot of originals here because on the last haul, they were pretty impressive. I only had a couple, but this time I got a bunch of them. And instead of just filming it straight up and shooting the video, I thought I'll try the live here. I've been playing around with the live, so good to see you show up. Aqua Ascendial Blue, that's a great one. Love that one. That's a good cheapie. What I remember, that's kind of some powdery in that one. It's kind of like a lot of stuff going on in that one. I'm sure you got that from Ross too. That's a great one. Yeah, I actually wearing like 3 or 4 of these. I finished 2 of these. I finished up some testing this morning. I got up early and met my buddy and we went on a hike. We were out there at 7 a.m. Started hiking. The sun was just coming up and hadn't talked to him in a long while. So we did a real nice hike and I was testing 2 at once. I had one on this arm and this arm to finish this haul up. So yeah, I'm off to a good start today and we're going to go see a concert later on. We'll be doing these concerts on Sundays night out at this park. Last time we went, it was like the Ohio State Buckeyes marching band, the old retirees, the old people like us were out there doing it, and they were really good. It was fun. And then they had like an opening band, this young guy, and he was good. So it's an outdoor concert and it's free. So we're going out there again today, and this time it's going to be a Fleetwood Mac cover band that we'd seen before. So and they'll have an opener too, which I'm not sure who the opener is. And they have food trucks and stuff. So yeah, we've been doing a lot of live music since we retired quite a bit. All right, back to this one. So yeah, I can compare this one to Back to Black from Killian, but it's quite different. I'm not sure how close to the original this is. This is Killian Gold Night, Michael. That's what I'm doing on this one. So I like this one. I don't know how close it was, but it was a nice scent. It's kind of like Back to Black. Let me give a spray. Yeah. This is pretty nice, actually. The honey note is nice. Yeah, there's a lot of patchouli. Vanilla's heavy. Obviously as it dries down, things are going to change quite a bit, but I remember that honey note showed up really good in the beginning, and as it dries down, it kind of went away, and you're getting a lot of the, the deeper notes. The vanilla was showing up at the end. I remember that more than it is now. And the cinnamon and spices kind of stay all throughout, but yeah, this is a nice one. Stan the man, what's your son of the day, Stan? Right here doing some Jenner Parfums. I was going to put this out on video, and I decided to just try it this way, see if I get any replays, see if anybody joins. I don't know. This seemed to be fun the last couple of times I've been doing these. Yeah, it'll be good except hot, man. Nice. Nice, Michael. Can you guys see the chat and everything good? Stan just got out of the shower. Stan's going to get wild. See if Stan can get wild. Stan gets wild at night. I don't know if he gets wild in the daytime. Stan might be toned down in the daytime. All right, this next one I'm going to do, they call it Plum Dumb. And it's a wood plum and cognac. If you guys ever heard of that, let me change the screen here. So let's see. This is the notes on this one. Is it showing up? No, it isn't showing up. Yeah, I don't have this figured out, do I? All right, skip the notes on that one. All right. So this one is Plum Dum, and it's plum, wood, and cognac. Let's go back to it and spray it so I can refresh my memory. It's a juicy plum note with a boozy rum, and then pretty quick you pick up the Peru balsam. If you guys know what that note is, it's definitely when you see that Peru balsam note, it definitely stands out a little bit different than regular balsam notes. A little more resinous, I think. Yeah, definitely a little more resinous. This is slightly smoky and spiced with cinnamon. Sits on like a woody hint of leather and sweet vanilla base. This definitely leans masculine. I don't know how close to the original this is. This would be great in the fall or winter, but yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, P. Denny is going down. Yeah, they're going after everybody, Stan. Hopefully they're not going after me and you next. Yeah, that's all I see in the news is P. Diddy and his freak out parties. And for whatever reason, Google, they know everything. They're sending me everything about that or whatever. I don't even really click on it that much. I don't know why they think I'm so interested in that, but they seem to think I am very interested in that. I'm always getting stuff of that. You drain the swamp. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I keep seeing the one now where he's with I think Mike Tyson puts his hand on like Mike Tyson's leg and topic search Valentina Gomez. All right, I'll write this down, Stan. We'll look into this. I better get some notes ready. There'll be a lot of stuff going on here. I'll look her up, Stan. Stan's on the front lines of thick Latinas. How do you say that, Stan? And Valentina Gomez out here on the giving us front line reports. All right, I'm gonna try this Sapphire now. Let's see if I can get this to show you guys the notes. I don't know why that didn't work last time. Okay, I think I got it up now. There. Is this the notes to? No, I think that's the notes to the last one. Yeah, that's the notes. Mate Plum. Yeah, that is the notes. That's blue. Okay, this one is Armani Code Blue Lazuli. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. I hadn't heard of that, so I just picked up one's. I've been into health and fitness for a long time, Michael. I know a lot about the human body and all that. I told you about that book I got. Here's the book. I haven't started reading this book yet, though. But that guy from Day 3, he's the one that brought this book up when he's talking to Ross, and he threw it out there. Oh, it's not going to show it because I got that thing on it. Yeah, you can see if I hold it back here. Here's the book. Learning to Smell Olfactory Perception from Neurobiology to Behavior. And it's talking about olfactory perception. And yeah, I've been into fitness and stuff a long time and mess with diets and supplements and all that or whatever. And I used to be into powerlifting and stuff. I'm walking around about 170, 172 now. But I remember when I used to be like a prison guard before I worked at Honda. Honda's what I made a career out of, but I was a prison guard. And I met up with all these powerlifters and stuff, and I got into powerlifting. So I used to walk around at 205 for a long while. Played a lot of sports. All right, let's get in this one. And then I'll come back to the chat. So Sapphire is a Marni Privé Blue Lazuli. It's an oriental, sweet, spicy type of fragrance. Opens with sweet plum, spices, and tea. You could pick up a nice tea note. And then you get some florals, vanilla, and tobacco. Unisex right down the middle. Really sophisticated and smooth. Really kind of subtle and close to the skin. And that's how this one wears. And from what I'm reading, the original wears that way too. But, I don't know. This is pretty versatile. I'd wear this in the fall or spring when the transition seasons. And I don't know how close the original is, but I know I like this one. This one's pretty good. And this house seems to be pretty close because some of the ones I wore that I do have originals. I couldn't do nothing now, Michael. I couldn't beat up a fly now. I can't lift heavy or lift heavy weights. I got a knee replacement. I got a bulging disc in my back. I got shoulder replacement coming someday on this left one. I had just a repair on it or whatever. I beat myself up playing sports and stuff. I had a torn ACL playing football in the first play of the game on a kickoff, making a tackle. And then I didn't get it repaired right. And then it's over years, I ended up getting a knee replacement. So, yeah. And then just bulging discs from powerlifting. I remember the day I did it. I was squatting a bunch of weight. And I must have rounded my back and had my form out. Yeah, 85 today and something fresh. Yeah. Getting the spark notes from you when you go. Yeah, I'll try to remember. Remind me if I don't do that. I got a bunch of books from the library, Michael. So I'm gonna finish those first because they're on a borrowed thing or whatever. I'm reading about those. I just finished one about, I don't know if you ever heard of Chaos, but you know, what's his name who did all the killings or whatever? What fragrance was he wearing hanging around? Yeah, I wasn't at that prison. I was at an Ohio prison where it was a medium security. It was wild. Yeah, there's no reason to squat like that, all that weight or whatever. Yeah, I was doing a lot of weight back then or whatever. I think I remember going up to, you know, rep. I was only, you know, even at 205, I was repping out with 405, you know, doing quite a few reps with 405. I could really deadlift. I had a better deadlift. And I did 365 bench in I was 185 when I did this bench in a bench contest. It was clean. I had a judge, had to stop and pause or whatever. I got 365 in a meet, and that's with no wraps or nothing back then. You know, you didn't do that. So the judge had to say you were down and push it up. And I got 365 back then. But now I just play around with machines and hammer strength and stuff. And yeah, I don't do a lot of heavy lifting. I can't. I'm just too beat up. So I just kind of do a lot of cardio. And being retired, I got all this time in the world. So yeah, you can just eat whenever you want. And then people are always wanting to do stuff. So yeah, don't squat heavy. Yeah. I was injury prone. I always knew that. I don't know why I kept playing sports. I was always getting, no, yeah. You were a quarterback, of course, Michael. Of course you were a quarterback. Yeah, that you had to be quarterback, didn't you? The prime time. I played, I was actually pretty fast and quick. 275 is still a lot of weight. People throw these numbers around. You get under 275, that's a lot of weight. If you bench 275, yeah, I was a beast, Stan, not anymore. I got some great cardio. If you get a hold of me on a bike trail or you get a hold of me in the mountains hiking, I got some crazy cardio. I'll lap people a quarter my age or whatever. And my wife does too. My wife is a beast. My wife's got a trainer and everything. She's super fit, really fit. You know, visually, she might even be a more visually fit looking than I do or whatever. She's super fit. And when we do these crazy hikes and bike rides, she's right there with me. She can keep up. So it's like I got a workout partner. You know, it's awesome. We don't work out in a gym together. I'm only I used to be like 5'9", and I've shrank over the years and decompressed. I'm like 5'8" without shoes. And if I got shoes and stuff on, I'm like 5'9". How tall are you guys? How tall are you, Michael? And how tall are you, Stan? Yeah, I was 5. I used to lift at 5'9" with no shoes on and stuff. And now it's like 5'8". So I have lost some size. It's a little over 5'8". But yeah, I used to be really fast and quick. And yeah, like I said, I played corner, white corner, you know, and I could cover. I like being 5'8", 5'9". Michael, what are you, 6'2"? 220, played quarterback, probably a pitcher too in high school. All right, back to this. Okay, this is pretty versatile. I like this. This is a good one. If you guys ever see a clone of this or this blue lazuli, yeah, well, you know, when you're shorter, it's a little bit easier, especially if you get your grip out wide. You don't have to go as far, a long arm, you know, in like a benching contest. But I was focusing on benching a lot when I did that too, and doing some. I don't know if you guys heard of Westside Barbell. Well, Louis Simmons is out of Columbus, Ohio. If you haven't heard of it, look him up. He's dead now, but he used a lot of Russian strategies for powerlifting and set a stand. The only weight he's lifting, 6'1", 185. Lean and mean. That's right, Michael. Yeah, 195. Yeah, that's a good weight. That's still a good size quarterback, 6'1", 195. Louis taught me all this stuff about powerlifting or whatever, because he's got all these rep schemes. I just kind of followed the program. But over there, they went like, he didn't think you were trying if you weren't on the juice. So I did like a cycle or two of juice, and like being young and stuff, I was starting to fight more and I was breaking out, and just I was already kind of like a high strung, I don't know, volatile person. So like that just made it worse. I couldn't keep up with the roids. And if you wouldn't go on the juice and stay on the juice, he really didn't want anything to do with you, which I always thought that was pretty wild. But he felt like you weren't trying if you weren't on the juice. But they've set powerlifting goals. And how I met him was Matt Dimmel. He's the first guy to squat 1,000 pounds. He was an inmate when I was a prison guard. So I just got to talking to him. He didn't lift or nothing there. I knew who he was because I grew up around the West Side, and got to talking to him and just got to know him in there. So when I got out and he went back to West Side Barbell, I just started going over there and training. Yeah, creatine's got a lot of, I'm into like longevity and other health stuff, not like necessarily like, big muscles or anything, but creatine has a lot of I don't know the word, brain health. It's got a lot of brain. There's a lot of brain. It's got a lot more features than people even realize. So yeah, I don't like to do high dose creatine. I like to do about half a dose. I'm a hyper responder to most supplements. So yeah, creatine's definitely, I agree, Stan. About everybody should really be on that. Even if you're not trying to lift a bunch of weights or whatever, there's a lot of benefits to that one. Highly recommend that one. Yeah, I actually know a lot more about supplements and working out and stuff than I do these fragrances and stuff. But one thing, I listen to TLTG, Ross. I've seen him give some outstanding fitness and workout advice to people. Crealkaline from EFAC. Yeah, that's a good. I don't know what that one is. Is that a certain form of creatine? I think I know which form that is. And that is a good form. That one's highly bioavailable. But Ross he gives really good advice to people on fitness. He just throws that in his live stream sometimes. Yeah, I've used some kratom before or whatever. Yeah, I've messed with that stuff, whatever. I see some benefits for that for a lot of things, whatever. Yeah, I use that. I still got some of that downstairs. I take a little bit of kava every night. Kava kind of helps me unwind, because I got ADHD. That's kind of why I'm all over the place. And I'm not on no medication for it or whatever. So, I got my mind races and I'm on a lot of stuff. So, yeah, he knows his stuff too, because you can be a beast, but not give good advice and give people bad advice, and you can still be a beast because people do that all the time. My 40 time, I don't remember, Michael. We did clock it. It was pretty fast. I don't want to say but it was pretty fast. Yeah, I did some red. I like kava for calming me down, Stan. I do a lot of kava. And then I just kind of meditate as I fall asleep. If I go to sleep and have an intentional mindset at night of getting good rest and all that, I do track my sleep. I got a really nice smartwatch. I don't like to wear it because I don't like all those, things being sent through my body all day long. But I do wear it at night and track my sleep. And so there's an HRV, heart rate variability, and it tracks a lot of stuff with my sleep. And if I just by setting my intentions every night, I try to see if different things affect my sleep. If I go to sleep with intentions and do some deep breathing and just intentionally think about a good night's sleep, my sleep scores are actually a lot better. And you wouldn't think that would work, but it does. I'll have to get out my red kratom. I know I do a lot of the iPad before and the phone too, and it's not good. When I track my sleep, it's better if I don't, and reading does help. All right, let's go to Essence now. This is a house original. I'll come back to this chat. I'm not going to forget about you guys. So Essence is a house original. Now, these house originals were pretty good. So right away on this one, I pick up a raspberry, mandarin orange, and bergamot. As it dries down, I get some saffron, vanilla, white musk, jasmine, and rose. And then a deeper dry down, it sits on benzoin, sandalwood, and there's some amber at the base. Really nice caramel accord mixed in to round it out. It's kind of like a fruity gourmand BR540 type of fragrance. This is well blended, really good performance on this. This would be great in the spring. And this is actually one of my favorites of this whole haul. And I like BR540. Michael, what do you think about BR540, the extracted of perfume? Stan, what do you think about BR540? I like BR540. I like twist on BR540. I like that one. I like saffron. I like metallic saffron. I know Michael don't like Ganymede. You like Ganymede, Stan? I love Ganymede. Oh, this is really nice. This is definitely unisex. The raspberry note here is it's a really nice raspberry note too. It doesn't smell synthetic and cheap. A lot of these fragrances they're doing, especially in their ones, it's not cheap smelling at all. They're using pretty good ingredient. The rose here is really nice too. And they actually put the specific kinds of, yeah, it is pretty, I thought that way too at first. I don't feel that way so much about it. This is even more feminine, Michael, because they've added some rose and there's some vanilla and jasmine. So you would definitely not like this. So this would definitely be one you wouldn't like. But I can wear pretty feminine fragrances now. I couldn't at first, but I can wear really feminine fragrances now. And this one's definitely just leaning feminine to me, but I would say this would probably be too feminine for you guys. But I like this one. This is really good. Essence. Let's see. Yeah, I smell it everywhere too. Actually, when I smell it, because sometimes I go a long time without smelling it, and I have a real one, just a little bit of it. I got a decan, and I got several clones of it. I don't know why I do that, but I get something I like. I'll get like 7 or 8 clones of the same fragrance, which is really kind of dumb. But I just kind of like seeing how they try it. And by the time I spend the money on 7 or 8 of these clones I'm getting, I could have just got the real thing in the beginning. But something about the clones intrigues me to just see how close they can get. Yeah, I didn't like rose at first. I'm just now getting into rose. This is the first season. I can deal with the critics, Stan. I'm pretty good about taking it. Yeah, that's a good point. Stan saying you can wear anything as long as you can deal with the critics, and I'm pretty good about handling it. I don't really care, So at work or whatever, they would really kind of gang up on me too, kind of in a fun way. But some of them were kind of like being mean about it, trying to be mean. Like you have there's like a group mentality in these cliques or whatever. But I'm pretty good. I get where they're coming from on that, because they weren't wearing fragrances at all, and they're kind of like hillbillies out there. A lot of them I was working with, and just weren't into fragrances like that, especially a guy wearing a feminine type fragrance, probably pretty new to them. So let's see. Not picky with white florals. For example, this Herbal Aquatica is fight feminine, but I don't care. Yeah. Like if you open yourself up to these feminine fragrances and, you know, at least unisex or whatever, you just open up so many more fragrances. I mean, it's so limiting if you don't do that. You're just going to stay masculine. Like there's so many unisex fragrances out there. And yeah, the rose and oud is what kind of started on this. Like just the oud fragrance is pretty good. When you put that rose in with the oud, I found out this winter, especially like last winter, I really didn't care for rose oud as much. It was okay. The winter before that is like, nah, I didn't even really want it. This winter, I'm craving it. Like I'm just looking for rose oud fragrances. So. In that last live I was on with Pop, we got a bunch of different referrals for, you know, they gave me some ideas for some rose oud, and there were some bangers on there. So I got a bunch of decants, including one you gave me, Michael. I think you gave me this one. And Stan, you gave me a couple too. I think I got some duo. I tried to get some of your duos, but I couldn't find nothing on it. But I think, what's this one called? This one's already here. This CH Passion. I got that one. I think Michael recommended that, CH Passion. But I'm waiting for some more decants to come in before I get into it. But this one definitely looks interesting. All right, the next one is going to be Rapture. And I don't know, what do you guys think about Straight to Heaven? Have you guys ever wore Straight to Heaven? I'm big on that one or whatever. I love Straight to Heaven. I've loved that one since like right when I got into fragrances. I liked it. So let me see if I can pull the notes up on this one. There's your notes. There's your notes, I think. Yep, there's the notes on the Straight to Heaven. Yeah, we're getting plum and everything, ain't we? Let's make sure. Is this the right one? No, dried fruits. Okay, this is the right one. All right, so if you never spelled Straight to Heaven, it's from Killian. It's a real well-blended gourmand with just heavy rum notes and dried fruits, and it's kind of rounded out with cedar and vanilla. There's a ton of patchouli. You got to like patchouli. You're definitely not going to like this fragrance. And I like patchouli. So really all the way through, you're getting patchouli on this scent profile. This one's good performance on this one. And I have some of the original. I got a bunch of clones, as I always do. This is pretty close to the original. I love this scent in the fall or winter. I don't know how you guys feel about Killian Straight to Heaven Extreme, but I love it. I like the original Straight to Heaven too. I really like Killian as a house. What do you guys think about Killian as a house? Yeah, you'll have to let me know that one is. I just got the Alexandria Neff one in the other day. It was pretty good. I think Mirror Images one. I didn't do a side-by-side, but I think Mirror. Oh, this is fantastic, man. I love this. Moonlight in Heaven is good. I like Moonlight to Heaven. I got Mirror Images clone of that too, of Moonlight to Heaven. I had a lot of Killian fragrances, but a lot of clones, but I've got some originals. I've been wearing Roses on Ice, the original, Michael. I got the Roses on Ice. I just bought the original, a 10 milliliter of that. Roses on Ice is, they say it's feminine, but it's not very feminine. It's kind of like that Mechalaya, that gin and tonic one. It's kind of like that with just a hint of rose. It's almost like you took that gin and tonic and just put a hint of rose on it. Yeah, Apple Brandy on the Rocks. I like that one. And I like, they have another one, Apple Brandy too. That's it's a little bit more dense or whatever. Yeah, I like Apple Brandy on the Rocks. I like Ambroxan. Moonlight in Heaven. I don't think it is. No, let me look it up. Let me look it up. Moonlight in Heaven. That's not what I remember. I'll tell you what it is. It's hard for me to remember all my fragrances and what I worn, but I know I got that one. No, it's like a sunscreeny type. Yeah, exactly what I thought. It's coconut, fruity. It's feminine leaning. It's definitely feminine leaning. Yeah, it's kind of a creamy coconut type of thing. It's creamy. It's sweet. It's tropical. Yeah, it's got this is definitely, I remember this one exactly how it was. I liked it, but it's definitely feminine leaning. Yeah, you're going to have to like, it's a feminine leaning, like a gourmandy aquatic scent profile, kind of like what's popular right now. Like I said, I only tried one. Yeah, you got the one. Did you get a Moonlight in Heaven from me, or did you get it? I think you got another one from me, Stan. I think you got the other Killian we were talking about the other night. Maybe you got that one too. I don't know. Yeah, French. Yeah, it's kind of like those two, honestly, because I've smelled both. I haven't smelled Caraco Bay yet. I haven't got that one, but I do have a 10 milliliter of French Riviera, and I heard Caraco Bay is kind of like that. Are those pretty similar? Because I heard Caraco Bay. Yeah, Moonlit Ocean. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If I sold it to you, Stan, that means like either I didn't like it that much or it was redundant for me. Like I had something else. That's generally what I got rid of. At first of the year, I'm going to get rid of a lot of fragrances. I'm going to really concentrate on thinning out. I'm going to cut my budget down. So Stan, look for me at the beginning of the year to really start thinning some fragrances out. I don't really need to have 850 fragrances. There's no sense in that. I need to, especially all these ones I got redundancy of. I need to like do a comparison and just keep it to 1 or 2, my favorite 2. You know, when I got this Mayfair, I don't need all those. So like I know Rose Elysium's one I got a ton of. I got to get rid of some of those. Like my Imagination, you know, I'll get rid of a bunch of those Imagination. You know, all the ones that I really like, I got a ton of, which I don't know why I do that. Which I think I know the reason. I told you, because I just like seeing how the clones do it and see each interpretation of it. Yeah, Michael's saying Croco Bay, you get more citrus and lightly more blue. Yeah, I do love those or whatever, but I don't know if I sent you or not or whatever. I already got one kind of in that Raymond Monagal I got, that Ibiza. Did I send you Ibiza, Michael? That's kind of in that kind of range to me. I really like Ibiza, that Ramon Monagal one or whatever, you know. And I don't buy too many higher end fragrances like that either, as you know. But Ibiza, I was like, I want it, and I blind bought that one. I just heard so much and read so much about it, and I was already on a Ramon Monagal kick, so I just blind bought Ibiza, and luckily I wasn't. Yeah, Virgin Island Water is my favorite. That's my favorite summer fragrance. That's one I got a bunch of clones of, and I probably won't get rid of too many. I got a bunch. I got the real and a bunch of clones of Virgin Island Water. To me, that's the top summer scent. Yeah, that's my favorite. What's your guys' favorite summer scent? If you got to pick one, mine is Virgin Island Water. And the best clone of Virgin Island Water I got is from Parfums Vintage, and they took that Ibiza I was just talking about, and they blended Ibiza with Virgin Island Water through Parfums Visa. That's their twist on it. They got several on that line, and it was really good. I've got a Juliet Has a Gun by it's a clone of it, but I have Juliet Has a Gun decant, and I got the clone of it. Somebody told me it was a little more masculine from some place. I can't remember where. And I have a really nice clone of that one or whatever. It's a little more masculine and really close to that scent profile. Yeah, the vanilla. Yeah, I like that one. It's like a vanilla sunscreeny. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Chanel Homesport. I like that one. Yeah. I actually had a little bit of a decant of the original and went through it, and I've got like a couple clones I just wear, and you can tell the difference from the clones to the original on that one. It's definitely, they can't quite capture all that, but they can get close enough, I guess, for me, because I haven't bought it yet. But that is Chanel is really killer, man. I only own one fragrance from General Parfums, and that's Sweet Seda, baby. It's pretty good. Okay, cool. I like Baby Cat, actually. I'm growing on that one's even growing on me more. I smelled that when I first got it last year. I wore it again the other day, just kind of testing it. And yeah, Sedley is Aqua di Gio Absolute Sedley. Yeah, me too. Everybody likes Sedley. Even when I wear one of those cheap clones of Sedley, like everybody wants to know what that is constantly. All right, I'm gonna go over this Voodoo now. I don't have any notes on this one. So Voodoo, this is another house original. Woo! Yeah, this thing is wild. So it's got notes of bergamot, grapefruit, spices, jasmine, rose, geranium, cedarwood, vetiver, patchouli, leather. Man, there's a lot going on here. It's like an earthy, herbaceous, spicy citrus, kind of like a Terre de Hermes. Yeah, I'd call it a twist on a Terre de Hermes, or have you say that. Michael can correct me on that. It's a twist on that Terre de Hermes. Performance is good on this one. This ain't one I would probably want to wear too much. I'd probably rather wear the Terre de Hermes, because they've took this one a lot of different directions. This is definitely more herbaceous, and there's that patchouli and leather added to it. Yeah, Voodoo is a good name for this. I think they're out of Louisiana. This has got a Louisiana feel to it. I'll say that, and it does have a Voodoo feel to it. So, yeah, I seen him talk about that, and I heard you talk about that one or whatever. But like when you mentioned that the other day, I don't know where you were talking about it. Yeah, I like 1 million. Yeah, 1 million is good. The H is silent. Okay. All right, the H is silent. Well, if you're on my channel, you got to be knowing I'm gonna butcher everything. I heard you do a couple of French pronunciations there, Michael. It was pretty good. I was impressed. All right, let's go to this next one. I got the notes on this one. I'm not gonna pull up the notes on their house and original ones, but here's the notes on this next one we're gonna cover. So you can see I got a bunch of I've been into these dense, dark fragrances or whatever. I don't know. I'll push it up this way where you guys can see it like this more. Maybe that looks better. Maybe you guys rather look at it like that. So I'll be talking about this one next. So this is Naturale, and it's inspired by Tom Ford Patchouli Absolute, which I've never smelled this one. I just kind of looked it up, seen they had it. It's really dark, resinous, deep, earthy, patchouli bomb. So you got to like patchouli, which I do, and I like earthy scents. And just this time of the year into winter, it's nice, woody, spicy facets to it that kind of help round it out because it's so much patchouli and resinous stuff going on, so earthy. Like you got to round it out a little bit. Put your kind of mindset of being like in a damp, dark forest, like somewhere in Oregon. I don't know. When I remember being out in Oregon, it kind of smelling like this out in some deep, dark woods. And I know this is something a lot of people don't want to smell like, but yeah, I like smelling like this sometimes. And like I said, I don't know how close this original this is, but this would be great in like a cold fall day or winter hike, out in some deep woods with a little moisture. Tea frags. You know all the ones I know, Michael. I can't think of one offhand or whatever. You already knew Oolong Cha and Oolong Cha X2. And I just can't think. I do have some tea fragrances, and I like the note of tea. I probably won't. If I can come up with one, I'll come up. I'll tell you whatever. But you're gonna know all the ones because I know you're in the tea, and I know you're in a fig too. So I've tried quite a few fig. I like fig fragrances, but maybe not as much as you do. But I do like. All right. Okay, I never did get the Naturale to smell. Let me smell this Naturale in real time. Stan, you got any tea frags for Michael? Michael's wanting a new tea frag. I've had a couple recently. I just can't think right now what they were. I had a couple with a good tea note. I know I had a Serge Lutens recently. I've been on a big Serge Lutens fan, so I got some kind of Serge Lutens one that had a good tea note in it the other day. It was really a nice tea note. Serge Lutens can do winter and fall really nice. Oh yeah, this is just crazy. This is dark resin. Oh yeah, this isn't for nobody. This is most people are not gonna like this. Yeah, Imagination's got a good tea note. Yeah, I have that. I only have the clone of the I have the Francique. I've never smelled the real Gris Charnel. Just the Francique. I've actually smelled 2 clones of Gris Charnel. I've got 2 clones of Gris Charnel, and they smell pretty identical. Yeah, this is just like what I said, man. This is a deep dark. I don't know why most people would want to smell like this. You probably don't, but I do. Sure. Yeah, that's one of the best. If you're going to get one that's not so affordable, that's the one to get right there. Shirgui. To me, that's Hall of Fame fragrance. I love Shirgui. That one's awesome. That's a good one. You got good taste. If you're going to buy one, to me, that's the one to get. Jacques de Pau. I'm probably not saying that right. That's actually my favorite from the house or whatever. It's hard to get. You got to get like a older bottle from somebody, but I found a clone of it and it's almost dead on because I have some of the original. Or you can go on the Serge Lutens website and they have it's called a bell jar. So you got to decant it into something else. So for 75 milliliters, it's $300. And so far, none of their sales, they've gave any kind of money off of that one because they ran a 20% off sale, but they wouldn't give me the $20 off. So if I can get that one for like $20 off, I'm going to buy that $300 one. But they're going to have to wait. Yeah, the X straight, I probably, but I like I'm not sure that's a big difference to me. I like both. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that too. Yeah, I like both. Are we talking about Oolong Cha or what are we talking about, Michael? Or are we back to Gris Charnel? Probably talking about Oolong Cha. All right. We're back to another original house here. So you guys don't need to see that anymore. So they got, I don't know what this is. This is a serum. Okay, Gris Charnel. I didn't know. Yeah, I don't know that I've had the X straight. All I've had is the 2 clones, Michael. Have you tried the X straight? I don't really even know much about that. So they got like a serum here. So it's not an oil even. It's like a serum. It's like more milky than an oil. So, and they actually call it a serum, but basically it's an oil. And this is called Mardi Gras Musk. And they've got a few of these serums with different names. And like I said, it's a Louisiana-based place. So it's got notes of citrus, incense, powder, vanilla, and ambergris. This thing's really versatile. I have a hard time explaining this one. It's just like a musky hayfield smell to it or whatever. And there's not like a hay note listed on it or anything. It's even hard to find notes on this. But other people reported smelling like that hay note. And just kind of reminds me of like riding around with the windows down on a fall day around Ohio here. Like right now, it's really dry. We got a burn thing out here. Yeah, I'm out here. I'm out in these woods all the time. Don't worry about me out in these woods, Spence. I got protection on at all times. We're concealed carry out here in Ohio. And there's generally especially if I'm out in the ones, there's generally a gun and there's generally some mace and there's generally a knife somewhere nearby. So I feel pretty confident out there. I've got the permit and everything. So, and I've been trained. I was a correctional officer. We talked whatever. So I got Ohio peace officer training when I was like 18 or whatever. When I was whatever. So yeah, I'm pro gun carry. So out in them woods, I always got gun or mace. When I'm biking too, I always got mace because dogs come up on you and stuff. Yeah, so this is interesting. I like this one. It's kind of different. I don't generally like messing with oils, and I can put this in perfumer's alcohol. So yeah, in Springfield, I guess, because we have a bunch of I don't know if you guys seen that in the news. Yeah, they're out there eating people's pets. They're trying to act like that's fake news, but I know people out there, and they're telling me that that's true. So I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. Spence, you never did give your top 3 the other day on your Happy Land, or I didn't catch it. I want to know your top 3, Spence, on that Happy Land. Let me know your top 3. Some of those that you had, I hadn't tried because I got a bunch of them a long time ago, and they have new ones on there that you tried, or I just didn't get them the last time because I went into that house and got a bunch of them a long time ago. And I was pretty impressed with that house, honestly. I thought those were a lot of fun fragrances. So, but you tried several that I didn't know. All right, here's one for this is a Michael fragrance right here. This one I was impressed with this one. You know, this is Imagine a Symphony, which they call it a house original, but it's not really an original. So this is LV Imagination and LV Symphony combined. This one's just really nice. You pick up more of the symphony notes. I don't know if you've tried Alexandria's Orchestra. I think you have that one. So you pick up a lot of that. It smells like that in this. And then I just threw a little bit of the imagination into it. So it's probably like 70% symphony and 30% imagination. And that works because I was afraid it was going to be another like imagination twist because it kind of takes over the fragrance when imagination, is mixed in it. But they did a good job. It's about 70-30, 70% symphony, 30% imagination. It's almost perfectly unisex. Performance is pretty good on this thing too for a fresh scent like this. So I like this one. I'm gonna spray this one again. This one's super versatile, crowd pleaser. Ain't nobody. Yeah, Alexandria's Symphony is good. Orchestra, that's a good one. I would probably say get that over this. Just get Alexandria's Orchestra. Yeah, I didn't figure you were going to like them that much, Spence. You got some high-end taste, Spence. Like Michael over here. You guys are, you're not into these cheap clones and stuff as much as I am. I get a kick out of these cheap ones or whatever. But I do appreciate the art of perfumery. Man, this is awesome. I love this. This would work in the spring or summer. I mean, it works in a hot fall day. It's still like 90 degrees here in Ohio today. Yeah, but it looked like you had at least a few that you really did like, Spence. I seen you react pretty well. It looked like you had some genuine like for it. Like at least 3 of them I remember that you like. But I can't remember which ones they were. I didn't write them down. I was kind of waiting for you to do like a summary. I like that one. I'm a green Irish tweed one. So yeah, I know you do, Michael. That's all right. I'm good. I'm good with that. Yeah, maybe I'll get to the place one day where I might be like a white belt in this. You know what I mean? If we're going to use an analogy of martial arts, I'm probably like a white belt here in the fragrance game, and Michael and Spence might be like a second-degree black belt. So I'm just kind of working my way up the rankings here. Maybe you start out with these clones, and I'll spar with these a little bit, and I'll move into my green belts, and I'll eventually get to where you're at. And I kind of honestly, that's how it seems to go a little bit, because before I was all about clones and hardly even trying. Yeah, I'm sure you do, Spence. You probably started out like I do, and then Spence. What do you do, Spence? I want to know what you do, or whatever. Because I was thinking, man, this guy whatever he's doing. I should have got into that when I was working because he's making some money. Yeah, I do. I got a spreadsheet. yeah, pretty much. Yeah, my wife gets tired of me spending all this money. I'm going on a budget the first of the year. I smelled a lot of fragrances, man. I've had my nose on a ton. I go out and smell fragrances. I put my nose on a lot of stuff, and I go into these stores. Like actually, you and Matt Luss from Mirror Image, you guys are always, well, you mentioned it, and Matt Luss is always going to these places. He lives by Dallas, so he's always going out and smelling fragrances at all these places because he's by Dallas. So he's always getting his nose on heights. He's always at the mall or something, and he's always buying new fragrances to try. So, yeah, and then this guy I met, Rick, in the Dua thing, whatever, he buys all these high-end Serge Lutens and Guerlains and stuff. And so he's gave me a bunch of samples to kind of started me on a path of Guerlains and Serge Lutens. But yeah, I like making sense. I like all these independent clone houses. That's why I had to get this Jenner perfumes or whatever. It's weird how you got to go on a certain day to order these. It's just weird. You got to get in their Facebook group. So it's really strange. All right, let me put up the notes of the next one I'm going to talk about here. Yeah, Spence is out here really balling. So I appreciate the taste that Spence has. I like hearing about them. And I do want to get my nose, and a lot of times I will buy clones of these ones when you guys talk about these higher end ones. I do got Nashane Neffs. That's a higher end one I got coming. I'm on a Nashane Neffs kit. Let's see if it's showing this one. I'll pull it up and show you this part of it. This is Absolute Pour Homme. See if I can get both on the screen. I guess I can't get all the notes. I'll just give you all the notes. Well, I almost had it. There you go. All right, so yeah, if not, you're just looking at my office. I don't put the background. It's actually pretty fallish here because we're so dry. Like I said, we can't even burn fireplaces or nothing. So it's pretty fall around here. Leaves are just turning brown and just falling. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go check out your tomorrow with Ross or whatever. Unless I got something going on, and I'm retired, so I can generally make time. And I had the notification on. It's just a matter. If I don't watch it live, I'll watch it on the replay. But I can't wait to watch you and Ross tomorrow, dude. I love your lives, dude. You're gonna be great. That's gonna be awesome tomorrow. You're a couple of my favorites, dude. I love Ross. It's gonna be awesome. All right, so this is Sunset. This is MFK. This Absolute Pour Homme. It's a clone of this, and most of these are pretty. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever heard that. You guys probably heard that term like a pissy fragrance. I know you know what that is. Well, that's this. This is definitely the most pissy fragrance I've ever smelled. So right out of the gate, you're picking up like piss. That's what it smells like. And I don't actually mean that in a bad way. Like it's like, you know what I mean? It's like a lot of resin. There's like a dirty animalic, like incense note of these resins and benzoins that send it that direction. And that's what they said the real thing does. And that's exactly what I'm getting here. I've seen that Eternal Oud, but I've heard of it, but I've never got that. And all I've got is this one. Yeah, I don't actually know that I would wear this one very much. I have to work on this one. This thing is, man, I don't know. That actually in a dry down, once you get into the, like even just the early dry down, the pissiness goes away. That's already kind of dissipating. But right out of the gate, it's definitely a heavy pissy smell. We got cats. So, no, I don't think you're a snob. I'm just playing around, Spence, when I say that. I'm just giving you grief like I do Michael, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Stan. Yeah, I don't know about me being chill, Stan. I might be kind of turned up a lot, but Israel and Spence are definitely chill dudes. I feel like I'm turned up. Yeah, just don't take me serious on a lot of stuff, Spence. I don't think you're a snob at all. I'm just giving you, but you do got a lot of high-end fragrances, dude. But I appreciate that, dude. I would too if I could. It's just I'm basically on a mission to get my nose on everything, so I don't really like going in stores all the time and sniffing. A lot of times I just rather get decants or let them come to me. So, or clones. So it's just easier for me to get my nose on more that way. And, but yeah, there is something where you're stealing the art of perfumery there, because somebody came up with this, and you're just running it through that DCM machine and, reverse engineering it. And, you're kind of taking away from the art form there. And I get that. Yeah. I want to get my nose on everything, man. Yeah. So this is a wild fragrance, guys. I'd at least, if you want to smell something, I guess if you're in the store, because if you go in one of these, a lot of times if they have all the Mantis MFKs in there, and this one might be one they have there. I don't know. I know when I go in there, like the Saks Fifth Avenue bias, they got so many FFKs. I got to decide, okay, which ones do I want to? I would like to get that there, and I might even get that chrome that's going around at the. I'm a chill dude that ate a lot of sugar. Yeah, give me a like, chat. Hit me with a like. Thanks, Spence. Thanks for pointing that out. I don't even see that on here. All right, let's go on to the next one. Next one's going to be a house original. I'll take this screen off. All right, they got a lot of house originals, and honestly, I'm pretty impressed with a lot of their house originals. They do a good job. So this one is a really aromatic green fragrance. There's a ton of greens in this one. It's called Expletive. It's got some bergamot and some herbal green notes, like I said, immediately. Then there's some light florals mixed in, some musk, and it dries that into a woody amber base. A little bit of a hemp note. That's what drew me to this one because I like the cannabis note. But it's really light, and it is more like hemp than cannabis. I don't know if you know the difference in that or whatever. I'm not sure that I even do. But it does smell more like hemp than cannabis. And this is a nice outdoors spring day to it. I like it. It's the quality on these are pretty good. Whatever oils they're using, whatever fixative and stuff, and perfumers alcohol they're using on it. Yeah, Bled Bull gives you wings. I do drink a lot of coffee. I'm coffee. I do coffee and energy drinks. Yes, sir. Even without coffee and energy drinks, I'm turned up. But yeah, I do. I like coffee. Like I said, I got ADHD, so I got a lot of energy because I don't medicate for it. Like they put me on some of those, medications that ramp you up, and I'm I can get a lot done, but like it just gives me more energy and it's harder to go to sleep. Yeah, Lamel. Yeah, I have tried that. I like that. Yeah, taurine helps. I take taurine. Taurine's in Red Bull, isn't it? And that one in Red Bull. I like ADHD, dude. It's awesome. I don't have the ADHD where I don't get stuff done because some people want dopamine hits, so they won't get their stuff done, like a hard task. So I take I do my hard tasks, like I don't avoid them. But yeah, I just can't. I can't. I have to. My thoughts always race, and I'm like thinking ahead of people, so I interrupt sometimes, and I don't like dead spots in conversation and stuff. So yeah, that's what you got ADHD, and sometimes you'll interrupt people. But I'm good about going back to the conversation when I do interrupt people. I don't forget that they're talking. So I know it's probably annoying to people sometimes. Yeah, this is awesome. This is a nice green fragrance. This smells like spring because you're getting florals. Yeah, that hemp note is just, it's pretty much non-existent. Some musk. It's herbal. This is nice. If you want to smell like spring, this is spring. Walk outside on like one of the first spring days when everything's actually blooming. This is it. I like that. That's a good one. They do a good job here. This house is pretty good. I don't know that I'll buy any more from here, but I don't know. I just want to kind of dig into the house a little bit. AD and autism. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I worked with some guys that had that too, whatever. And he was always, even at work, would watch 2 screens at once on his breaks and stuff. He would have an iPad and his phone. And I'd say, yeah, I'd say that's true. We have the same vibe, Spence, but different energy. You're definitely a more chill guy. You're probably you're definitely more well-spoken than I am too. Your taste in, yeah, I'm always chasing the next dopamine hit. Yeah. I'm with these fragrances. That's why I'm so obsessed with these fragrances. Cause I dig into stuff. When I get into something, I just obsess over it. And honestly, even if I'm not doing this content and stuff, I'm looking up fragrances. I'm testing fragrances. I'm talking to people about fragrances. Like, I'm just obsessed about fragrance. I went down all kinds of different paths, and for my whole life, I've been down this same kind of like this passion I have for this. I have for like exercise and fitness, and hiking and outdoor stuff too. And that always just kind of stays there. Even though I'm into fragrances now, like that just never leaves. Like supplements and outdoor activities and fitness and stuff. That's why you see my yard there when I'm filming. That's our little pond we built out there. But we got like a gazebo, and we got all these different little areas, and we created that yard because my wife's the same way. We just love being outdoors. Yeah. It's all pretty organized too. I got it in like these are in my crates. Spence is like these are like the clones. These are like my niche or designer, and these are like all my duas because I got so many duas. Like they got their own thing, and yeah, I could see that, Michael. Michael's in the music production, somewhat with fitness and now frags. Yeah, that sounds like a good, actually a good rounded way to be, Michael, with music and production, your fitness and frags. Like there's a lot. That's a lot, man. That's a lot of stuff to be into. Dude, missing a comment is hard. When I was on Pops the other day, and we only had, I don't know, we didn't have that many people, but we might have had like 15 or 8 or something going at once, and I couldn't keep up with it between that and my thoughts and trying not to step on Pop. I think I did. I stepped on Pop quite a bit. His conversations would cut him off and go right to my thoughts when I watched on a replay, and I felt a little bit bad about that. I hope he didn't mind it too much or whatever, because sometimes he just finished his thought and I would just jump right into my next thought. Yeah, I could be an auctioneer. Going twice, going down, just 3 times. What do we got? Sold right there in the back, $10. Oh, Judaism, huh? I actually got into that a little bit too because I'm somewhat religious or whatever. And I started studying more of the Old Testament and like the Sabbath and the old laws of the Old Testament a little bit. But I'm not deeply religious, but I pray every day, and I believe in Jesus and all that. But dude, this is what happened. This is why I got 4Ks and not that many people watching. I can tell you what happened. So when I first got on here, I just listened to the YouTube thing, and it said, put out some advertisements to try to get subscribers, right? I just did that. So I just put it out there. I just followed their suggestion lead or whatever. So I would only put like each video, I'd put like $2 or $3 on advertisements or whatever. So the subscribers count started going up, right? Well, I don't know if it's bots or what it is or whatever. So it's all these people in India and all these overseas. I don't know if they're bots or they're real people, whatever, but they never interact and all this. So I think most of my 4K is a bunch of bots when I started doing that in the beginning. So I think my 4K count, and I think that actually hurts me in the algorithm. I wouldn't, if I had to do all over again, I wouldn't suggest that, and I would have never done it. But nobody told me none of this. And it was only like a couple dollars a video. So I was getting all these, subscribers, and I was just going, oh, this is cool, whatever. Then I didn't realize, well, I'm not getting many comments. people aren't. So yeah, do not do that. Don't do. No, it's cool. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, the sub count thing. Yeah, it's not real. I mean, it's on there. It says a live count or whatever. But yeah, these. If you see you should be able to go by looking at my people's comments too on a channel. So let's just say I got 200 people watch my video or 400 people, and I don't I don't have a bunch of comments on it. Well, that's why it is. Yeah, that's what happened. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't recommend anybody do that. That was a bad way to go. But I didn't know that till it was too late. That's what happened. That's why it's like that. And it's not a benefit to me because it pushes me down in the algorithm on that. And another thing here is I didn't say anything about this ahead of time because I was just going to do this as content today. And hey, thanks for coming up, Janice. Janice always has some great comments. What's your real name, Janice? This guy has got a lot of insight on fragrances and stuff, and he knows his stuff, whatever. All his comments on my channel, I really appreciate. He's gave me some good advice on ones to buy too. This guy knows his stuff. All right, we're going back to Son of a Beach. This is an original creation. Yeah, a lot of citrus and pink pepper and a mint, ton of mint. Yeah, the mint note is pretty good too. It's not like a cheap mint. Early dry down, you pick up some jasmine, ginger, and some green fruity aquatic notes. At the base is woods, musk, and amber. It's actually pretty unique. It's not like a beach blue scent, really. It's more like a balanced, like a green blue scent, if that makes any sense to you. Like you're by like a woody beach shore. Like maybe in Maine or somewhere where, maybe up by San Francisco or whatever, because I was like in some Muir Woods and up there up north. Yeah, it's like a lot of green mixed with and herbs mixed with like a sea. This is pretty nice. Real name is Janice. Okay. Enzo. All right. Yeah, he knows his stuff. Stan's teaching me about Latino women too. You don't call them Latinos, it's Latinas. I didn't know that. Yeah, I was calling them Latinos, so it's Latinas. Yeah. And what do you guys think? You've been doing it a while too. Spence, I see you only doing like live streams now. I think that gets you like better interaction with your followers, and it's kind of more fun to do because you get to, Thick Latinos 2024. I'm pulling a lever. Every lever that says Thick Latinos on it, when I get in the ballot booth there, I'm pulling that lever. I hope that's on the ballot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I go in hard on everything I do, Spence. You know that. All right, this is going to be another house original. I'm not going to pull up any notes on this one, too. This is called a TENOR. Yeah, this one is kind of like a plum Japanese. Spence is coming at me, ain't he? He's coming hard. Yeah, I did some lines back in the day, too, Spence. I used to play around with that, but I got real weird a few times on that. Super paranoid, did some really wild stuff, so I don't do too much. Hey, you got to go in hard, man, on everything. You got to do life like that. Just go in, man. Just grab life like it's a big wet towel and just squeeze everything you can out of life. Just, I would be a hummingbird. Yeah. I wonder if hummingbirds have ADHD. All right, Scott Martin in the house. Royal Banana by Mirror Images. Yes, buddy. I like that one. Did you try the Royal Banana Beach where you put that beach fragrance with it? Thanks for showing up, Scott. Hey, thanks all you guys for showing up. It's a lot more fun talking to somebody in the chat than me just doing this as content. Because since I didn't put up nothing ahead of time, I figured I might be just doing this as content, and I was going to be good with that. But it's a lot more fun to interact with you guys. Appreciate all you guys. All right, let's talk about this one now. This is another house original. This is kind of like a plum Japanese, but they're not calling it that. But that's what I was getting out of it when I smelled it. Yeah, it's a plum Japanese, but it's definitely heavier than that. It's got some myrrh notes. It's a little heavier. Orris and resins and oud in here too. It's heavier. It's more boozy. Plum Japanese is actually kind of dark, but this is a little darker and more resinous. This would be nice in the winter, though. This is a nice winter scent. The Three Horsemen here. Nice. This is Stan's church. The Fragrance Church. Yeah, this is nice, too. Actually, these fragrances, like I said, I don't know that I'll buy any more from them, whatever, but they're all nice. These are good. They do a good job. They're doing high-quality fragrances. it's just strange the way they do, but they got like a cult following, kind of like a Dua does. That's how I found out about them. It's kind of like an underground thing. You got to join their channel, you got to, or their Facebook group, and then you got to the Reverend Vince. Praise be Jenner Parfums. Praise Juan. How about Juan? We're all Juans. We're all Juan's boys. Juan helped get me started by having him on his show, and then I met you guys through Juan. So Juan was a big influence to me. This camera right here, that's Juan. Juan gave me that camera. I would never do that again or whatever, because the algorithm pushes you down when you have that many subscribers, but you're not getting that many views and interactions. The algorithm senses that. They're like, well, he's not getting the interaction. This guy's got almost 4,000 subscribers, but he's not getting that much interaction. So you get pushed down in the algorithm. It's not a good move, but I didn't know. And now I'm just speculating, but I've talked to enough people. They kind of, told me that or whatever, but I didn't learn that. It was too late by the time I done that. I don't do that anymore. I don't advertise and I wasn't trying to buy viewers. It just said, try to pick up subscribers, and it just sent it out to all these foreign countries. And like I said, I don't know if they're bots or what they are, but I have done a few lives, and like people from overseas have jumped on, and they always say, slow down, because their English isn't so good. Yeah, you got to shake it for the ladies. There we go. 10 lions, then 100 sheep. Good point. 10 lions. I like that. Actually, I haven't heard that. I like that. Now, this is a good one. This is another good one here. This is another house original. They call it, they're Louisiana, and I'm going to say this wrong. Michael might need to correct me on this, but it's Rouge et Blanc. So it's another house. It's got orange and lemon and bergamot and incense off the top. In the mids are apple, melon, jasmine, blackcurrant, and saffron. At the base is ambergris, musk, and vetiver. This is fruity, aquatic, musky, unisex right down the middle. I like this one. This is pretty unique compared to anything. I can't even really compare it to anything, tell you guys what this is like. But I like this one. This is one of my favorites, and it kind of has a Louisiana vibe to it. So I'll type it out here. Not that you guys, I don't know that you need to get it, but I'll just type it out here in the comments. How you spell the name of it. This is one I really like. Just different. Might be my favorite of these. That's one, but I don't know that you need to go because they got a weird higher the way you order and stuff, whatever. I don't know that's worth all that. Plus, you guys out here all bougie. You don't know that. I don't know that you'd be into that one. It's pretty good though. It actually does smell pretty bougie. The quality on it's pretty good. It might pass your guys' test. You guys, is this too much energy? Am I too hyper here? We're doing all right. You can keep up with it. Red, white, Kevin Hart, no Diddy bop. No Diddy Spence. Let me see just one nip. You guys is getting wild out here. I didn't know Stan was up for getting wild in the morning, but Stan's wild 24/7. All right. Everybody's okay. All right. I know I can carry on. I only got 2 more, and then we'll have to figure out something else to talk about. So, yeah, Stan gets wild on the night ones. He's pretty wild in the daytime too, I'm seeing. So that's good. That's fun. Wild is fun. What are you guys going to do on this Sunday? I talked earlier. We're going to go see a band later. They do these 5 o'clock outdoor live bands out where I live, and it's been awesome. Spence will turn up. Yeah, Spence will turn up. He's getting wild out here, calling me on my subscribers. What else? What else is he telling me? Talking about my ADHD. When I do my green screen in the back, yeah, I right now I don't have anything back there. This is just that face background. But when I do my green screen, I do put lights on the back of it. Yeah, this right here is just. I see you got. I don't have that. If I don't do this, all you're looking at is my stupid office, and it's not set up too cool. Whatever. To me, this looks cooler. Yes, Spence coming at me. Spence coming hard. That's all right. I'm gonna come at Spence hard tomorrow when he's with Ross. I'm gonna bring some energy. All right, this is another house original, the Soprano. Yeah, this is I remember this one now. This is a no. This is definitely a no, but I'll tell you about it anyways. This is it's basically just got orange and the rose in the mids and musk at the base. That's what you get that. You just get orange, rose, and musk. Smells like another couple notes might be in it in, but yeah, it's a nice rose note though. The rose in this is pretty nice. It's not like a cheap rose they're using. This would be, if you were going to like this, it'd be good in the spring, probably to me. Unisex leaning feminine. The performance is good on this, but unfortunately, I don't like it. So when I had this on the other day, the performance kept going good, and yeah, I didn't like it too much, or whatever. Spence still turning up in them chats. Spence bringing his Sunday energy. Spence coming out hard, coming out swinging. I like it. I like it, Spence. It's fun. We're having fun out here. Spence bringing the energy. You need to get you need to get RXL on yours too. I don't watch too much. I know you always talk about Joey Cannoli, but I haven't watched much of him or whatever. I've seen him on a couple where he was like, I was actually watching their streams and he came in on it and he was pretty funny, but I need to check his channel out and see that and see when you're on there or whatever. Let me write that down. I don't even know I don't think I'm subscribed to his channel because I don't see none of his stuff. I'm gonna write that down. I need to get over there. I know you're over there a lot, so I need to check him out. I have seen him and he was pretty interesting. And he sounds like he talks about other stuff other than fragrances, so that might be fun. Yeah, I'll check it out. I really didn't get into RXL until lately, and he's Stan says a bunch of I'll check it out. Yeah. I've been getting RXL lately. When he first started calling everybody out, and he was on that fragrance dude or whatever, which I like the fragrance dude. I think he's a nice guy, but I actually like his channel pretty good or whatever. But I didn't disagree necessarily with what RXL was saying. But I get a kick out of RXL. He's funny, man. He's telling real truth on a lot of that stuff he's saying about decant reviewers and talking about like a lot of them he's really bashing, which is chaos fragrances. Like he talks about all these this great sale on the Parfums de Marly or whatever. He's trying to shill over at Joma's shop. And like if you're new to fragrances and he seems like a legitimate guy and he knows his fragrances and he's got well edited, nice content, like you're gonna think about going over there and buy. And I bought a lot of fragrances based on him or whatever. And then Joey is Jerry Springer. I like it, man. He's funny. He's a smart guy too. He talks about different things. I like him. I like RXO. He's fun to watch. His lives are good, and he's got a lot of knowledge. And then I was really impressed when he did showing his, which I already knew he had a lot of good fragrances, but when he showed his collection off, it's a legit collection that guy's got. He's put his money where his mouth is. When you got that kind of money tied up in fragrances, he's got there all those high end bangers. That's impressive. I mean, you're pretty committed to it when you're sinking that kind of money into it. Yeah, you need to. That would be a good one for you, Spence. You need to get RXL and that Joey Cannoli. Sounds like it would be like Jerry Springer. That would be a good one. Yeah, he's got some bangers, dude. He had his flashlight and had all these little cubby holes, and it was just banger after banger after banger in these big houses. You gotta tip your hat to somebody like that, and then that's a commitment because he's got, I don't know what he's got, $30,000 in fragrances there. That's a commitment. I got all my money tied up in investments. I'm retired, so I can't be pulling money out of my 401k and my investments to be putting them all in these bangers like Spence and he's doing whatever. I like my money's invested. I'm trying to make some money on it. So the stock market falls because we're still pretty heavily invested. So I'm kind of in the stock market game still. It's probably not the smartest move when you get older, but dude, I like making money. So putting them all in CDs and stuff, like there's just, I don't know. We got some in CDs and stuff. Right now you can get pretty good money on CDs, but I like trying to make at least 10%. All right, this is R.A.M.C. This is another original creation from them, which I got a lot of them. They must have 30 original creations. You're getting pineapple, lemon, and cassis immediately. It's kind of like it's almost like every time you smell pineapple, you think that, but it's kind of like a Venice fragrance. And then you get some floral and spicy tones as it dries down. Then some amber, mood husk, and cypriol oil. That's pretty interesting and unique. Citrus, fruity, floral, spicy, herbaceous with some darkness. Unisex, leaning masculine. This would be great in the spring. Yeah, I don't have any money in gold and silver. Yeah, actually, my wife, she's 5 years older than me, so she's actually joined that. And we've went these places, and she's got the senior discount because she's 60 now, and you can get the Golden Buckeye card. That's what it is in Ohio. And so we go to these places, and I started seeing she was getting all these discounts at these events we go to in places, and they don't even question her. So yeah, I've been getting a senior discount already, even though I'm only 55. My wife looks pretty young and is real fit, though. Yeah, Yeah, all you gotta do is live, Spence. If you live, you're gonna be to 55. If you just keep living, guess what? You're gonna be 55, and then you're gonna be 60. And I hated my job at the Honda. I was at Honda. I worked in a factory building cars. I hated that job. So my whole life, I've just been waiting to be 55, and I'm here now. And I've been in these fragrances for quite a while, but I've been obsessed with them the last couple of years. So like right when I retired, I started trying to drive around, do like Uber Eats and stuff for like a part-time job, and it just wasn't worth the time and the money. So I started thinking, let me just try this YouTube channel thing, and I just started playing around with it. And then Juan had me on real early on. Because I think I told him in his comments that I was, yeah, it'd be nice to have a job when you can do that, Spence. Because if you can have a job you like, or you can do like online stuff, or you don't mind it. I hated my job the whole time I was working. So if you got a job you can do and you don't mind, man, that's a better way to live. I would never have anybody do what I did. Pretty much hate their job for 30 years or whatever. I didn't hate it, but I got to see all aspects of factory work. I've been on almost every part you can think of producing automobiles. Like I've been on from the part where the trucks come in. Like if you ever see these trucks with these big rolls of sheet metal, I've been on that end of it where the ordering and stuff comes in. You got to figure out how many sheets of metal you need, and then you got to unload it. And then I've been at the very end at my last where I'm driving the cars out on the test track, that testing all the features and make sure everything works on these cars. And I've been on everything in between or whatever. Yeah, me and my wife both did pretty good on, as far as like saving up and, we both, I have a pension there. So the pension was pretty good. Like the new people don't have a pension. And then she invested really good and was pretty diligent about her 401k. And I did pretty good in my 401k. And then Honda gives us pretty good, retiree benefits that we're riding. So, everything worked out to pretty good. All I got to do is kind of like stay alive for a while now. And maybe not spend all my money on fragrances. And, oh, dude, I'd be getting on people's nerves in the morning. When they would either sleep in their eyes and I would come in hot. Dude, I would get on people's nerves. Like we'd be sitting in the quiet rooms and waiting for the job to start. And, because you get there kind of early. When you work at a big factory like Honda, you park in this giant parking lot. Some of them at the back of the plant. So you got to kind of get there early and sit in the back. And, oh, man, Stan's calling Spence 48. On this one here, you must be doing that. I got a little touch up going. I have a little thing you can play where it touches you up. I was just playing with it or whatever. I don't think I got it on now, but I was playing with that. Maybe you need to touch it up so Stan will think you're 48. I actually worked at McDonald's, Stan. I did work at McDonald's. That was my first job. I worked there from 16 to 18. They wanted me to get into management and stuff there. I would quit all the time, and then they would hire me back. I'd quit constantly, and then I'd come back, and they would hire me back every time. I guess they were desperate. When I was there, I was good or whatever. But yeah, they actually gave me they taught me a little bit about work ethic and stuff because I didn't know much about working. And McDonald's I was at a real busy McDonald's, so it was pretty hard work. And and I took responsibility serious, and I kind of moved up the ladder as far as just like a regular employee there because I'd kind of be like pretty much running the show a lot of times. When I was just a kid there, I was telling adults and stuff what to do. So yeah, I can make some shakes. I've made a lot of protein shakes over the years and smoothie shakes. You wouldn't believe how many crazy like vegetable juice things I've drank over the years or whatever. I don't do so much of that anymore, but what's some fragrances I'm excited to get, Vince? I got Neffs. I'm in the Neffs right now. I've just had Neffs clone. I only have coffee in the morning, believe it or not. And I have a bunch. I have a bunch of coffee, and then I don't have any more. So I get up about 4 every morning, 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what I got up at the factory. So I'm still on that schedule, and I go to bed about 9, something like that. And so if I do like coffee later in the day, I can't sleep. So Neffs, I got a real Neffs decant coming, and I got a bunch of rose oud, like higher end fragrances coming. I can't remember all the names, but I did that live stream with Pop Sense. Everybody gave me a bunch of these rose oud fragrances that I've been into, and they were all a little bit higher end, more than I just want to blind buy. So I got a bunch of like rose oud. A lot of them are like niche Middle Eastern fragrances coming. So I like Starbucks coffee anyway. So yeah, I grind my own beans. You want to talk about this? Let's do it. For me, I don't think everybody's going to like Neffs. I like Neffs. It's a weird fragrance, but I like Neffs. Yeah, I like Neffs. I got these. I got some Zaharoffs. I really like that Zaharoff's Aurum. That was the best honey note I had ever smelled. So I really like Aurum. So I got some more. I got them right here. I'm going to do a decant review. I'm still a decant reviewer. I'm a white belt in this, so I'm going to do a decant review on these Zaharoffs. I really like the Seraphim Red too. I think I might like it better than the red. So I'm trying to dive into Zaharoff a little more. That guy's such a nice guy. I saw him on some streams and stuff. So I don't know. I just kind of want to back a guy like that is so nice, you know. And his fragrances are really nice. And he does a lot of stuff for like older, mature people. I wouldn't say Neffs is like for everybody, Stan. It's just something that I'm really into right now. I don't know about telling somebody, you know, just I got Matt Gust's clone of it. And his stuff's really close. And I was really impressed with his clone. So then I ordered Alexandria's clone, which I heard was close. And then I ordered the real one too, a decan. I just want to see if I do. I'll buy the real one if I think it's a step up from what I'm smelling. That's one I will buy the real one. I'll be like Spence on that one. I'll buy the real thing. What Diddy vibes. Yeah, what are you guys excited about? What's some fragrances you're excited about? Especially you, Spence. What are you excited? What do you got? You're trying. I got several decants of the way I'm trying. I've got some Serge Lutens coming. I've been into Serge Lutens a lot lately. And this guy I know has been buying all these high-end ones that are really hard to get. He even gets some from Europe. So I can't tell you the names. They're all in French, and I don't have them all written down. So Rick, he's got me a bunch of decants coming on some real high-end Serge Lutens. And he's given me some more of his Jacques Depot. Like, I don't have very much of that Jacques Depot. I got a clone and a little bit of it. And I'm just kind of waiting to see if I can get a deal on the Jacques Depot, the Serge Luten. That one's just really lovely. It's like apricot and baked goods. It's a gourmand with a little hay note in it. That one is just you know, really nice fragrance. I'll spell it for you guys, the Jacques Depot. I'll put it in the chat. That's one I really like. Whatever. I'm thinking about spending good money on it. Let me see how I spell it, and I'll put it in the chat. I'll just put it up on the screen. I'll show you this one up on the screen. This is one I really, really like this one. Yeah, Serge Lutens, man, I'm really getting into those. He got me into them. I've been buying them. If you probably already got Shirgui, you got to get Shirgui. I mean, that's one to definitely start with it. But I've got several other ones that I'm real happy with them. So this one here is really good. I like this one. You can get the original. People act like it's not out there anymore, but you can get the original at the website. It's in a bell jar. It's $305. These nuts here, these notes, obviously, I mean, look at this. It's not really telling the story. You get down here a little bit, you can tell the story more a little bit when we get down to these notes. But that wheat and that milk note, and then there's that licorice and that apricot and those spices and all that. All these just blend, and you pretty much smell every one of these notes. I can pick up on every single note in here, but it's just masterpiece perfumery here. This is pretty much a 10 out of 10 fragrance to me. You know, I don't have too many 10 out of 10s, but that's one that I really like. I mean, you could pick up every single one of these notes. Like, you know, a lot of fragrances, like you might pick up this, but I get every single one of these notes. Diddy's signature, Jack soap. Scroll back. All right, I'll scroll back. Yeah, you can find older bottles of this from some people, but you can get this off the website for $305. And so far, they haven't gave me any deals on it, but they got the flacon or the bell jar of it. It's 75 milliliters for $305 off of Serge Luten's website. And then you can buy them off of eBay and stuff, but then you got to trust the people, whatever. But this is one I highly recommend. I could even send you, I got a clone out of Zohar Aromas because I have a little bit of the real, and it's almost dead on. I would send you some of my clone, and you would get an idea of what it smells like, Spence, if you want to smell it. Or I got a clone that smells really, it's almost, so it'd give you an idea what this smells like. And I could probably give you some of my original too and just show you how close my clone is. If you really want to smell it, just give you, because it's kind of expensive to even try to get a little sample. This one, whatever. Rick has a lot of good ones, but yeah, this one is that apricot note and that hay note. Like I don't know. This part of it seems confusing to me because I don't really smell it like this. But when you look at the notes, yeah, this is. So here's what 23 people said. It reminds them of baking bread, muffins, and making soup. And it's kind of like that or whatever. Yeah, and it's just I don't know. It's distinct and different. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to put into words how good this is, and it might not be for everybody. You know what I mean? This is maybe not for everybody, but I'm into these these kind of warm gourmands, these Serge Lutens right now, because when you're reading this too, I've seen a lot of different, but this one kind of summed it up good. If you can see what this guy's saying, it's talking about comforting, cozy fragrance at a bakery stand in autumn farmers markets with the innocence of a warm morning spent baking at home with the scent of fresh bread wafting through the air. I thought that was a pretty good write up on that one right there. You can see that. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Nope, that didn't help. But yeah, highly recommend that one. I don't have anything I want to sell now. Yeah, I have that one actually, that Plum Japanese from Zoha. I'm impressed with Zoha. Yeah, I'm very impressed with Zoha. I got a lot of good ones with that Jacques Depot one from Zoha, because you can't get that one. That is one I highly recommend from there. And it's almost yeah, I can't be doing everything. Juan already helped get me started, and he's gave me some of his people, and I can't be doing I already do a lot of do a comment, and I do a lot of stuff that Juan does, but I don't think I'm taking anything away from Juan, because I don't think people are not going to watch Juan's channel because they're watching mine. I think they would just watch mine and watch Juan's. You know, I'm doing a lot of doers and stuff like Juan is, but I don't think, if anything, they don't even know who I am. But I'm sure there's some people that watches Juan's that come to mine or whatever, but I would imagine a lot of them don't, that watch his don't even come to my channel. And I can't match his personality. I don't know who can. He's funny, and I like his reaction too when he smells fragrances, the way he reacts and stuff. And I like Pop Sense too, the way he reacts. So yeah, I better not get into doing I could do an auction sometime though. I mean, I wouldn't do it all the time or whatever, but I could throw one up sometime or whatever on some duos when I get in next to the year or whatever and throw some up on there. But I'd have to get Juan's permission first. I'd have to ask him, can I do a live auction? See how he feels about that. Yeah, hopefully he don't mind that I'm doing, because I found Juan years ago because I started getting into duos. I thought Creed was the best fragrance in the world back then. So I was getting I was getting Creed, trying to find Creed clones. And I found out about Dua, and so then Juan was the only one doing Dua comment. So years ago, I found out about Juan. Yeah, I'm a Dolphins guy, man. I can't be talking. I do like the Eagles. Here, I watch this once a year. Let's do this. Talking about the Eagles. I watch this. I like to watch this about once a year, talking about Eagles. I love this speech or whatever. This is hilarious. Let's watch this. Yeah, let's watch this. I love this. Juan's got to like this. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. This is after they won the Super Bowl. The new Creeds are awesome. Both those Creeds are awesome. I got decants of them, man. I love them.
I know Lane and Chris just talked about.
You guys ever see this?
It's been beat home enough. Howie Roseman, a few years ago.
I don't know which one I like better.
All control pretty much in this organization. He was put in the.
I don't know. On those new Creeds, I don't know which one I like better. The Delphinius one, like other people didn't see it that way, but I think it's like a more high-end version of the DHI. The Horam Intense. I think the iris is not like that same lipsticky kind of iris. It's a different kind of iris, and I kind of prefer the iris in it. And it's more quality than that. And then the other one, that tobacco scent or whatever, it just really got an amazing dry down. Both of those Creeds, to me, they hit it out of the park or whatever. I love them both or whatever. I just got a sample of them, but it's 2 or 3 milliliters. I've worn it 2 or 3 times already. Yeah, 2 10 milliliters, dude, that'd be awesome. If you 2 10 milliliters, that when you got a collection like you got or I got or whatever, 2 milliliters go a long way. That's all I need anymore. Yeah, for $70, dude, you're gonna love those for $70. Yeah, dude, that's a steal for $70. Dude, you're gonna love those too. I mean, I love them. I'd love to have a 10 milliliter of those. Yeah, Juan, if you're watching, you want to sell 2 more 10 milliliters for, I'll pay more than that even. I'd love to have 2 10 milliliters of that. Those are awesome. Yeah, that's a good buy. You're going to love that. To me, that's all I need. I don't really need a full bottle of both of those, but I'd love to have a 10 milliliter because 10 milliliter is a lot of wearings. I'd like to hear what you think about those, Spence, because I really like those. Both of them. Super, super nice. All right. We're going to wrap this up soon, or we're going to watch Super Bowl things, or you guys got a new topic? Because I'm out of fragrances here, but I can keep going. Depends on what you guys want to do. If we got a new topic, or you want to watch Jason Kelsey's speech, or we're going to wrap it up and go do something else with our day. Yeah. I'll be surprised if you don't like them, Spence. Yeah, they're both. It's kind of like all right, we'll keep going. Yeah, dude, I'd love that for $70. I'd buy that. I'd even pay more than that for 2 10 milliliters or whatever. I'd love that. I'd love to have those. Yeah, I could wear, even though I got a bunch of scents, I don't like to wear scents in a row. When I got those decants, I just kept, let's go back to this Jason Kelsey speech. It's football.
Put in the side of the building.
You guys hear this?
I didn't see him for over a year.
Listen to what he said.
2 years ago, when they made a decision, he came out of there a different man. He came out of there with a purpose and a drive to make this possible. And I saw a different Howie Roseman, an underdog. Doug Peterson. When Doug Peterson was hired, he was rated as the worst coaching hire by a lot of freaking analysts out there in the media.
I'm getting pumped up now. You tell me to go deeper. Jason Kelsey here is getting me fired up.
Mike Lombardi
Yeah.
told him that he was the least qualified head coach in the NFL.
I love this.
You saw a driven Doug Peterson.
Oh, no, not a Jets fan. I'm a Dolphins fan.
Went
So.
for it on 4th and down in the Super Bowl with the trick play. He wasn't playing.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're a Dolphins fan, you don't like the Jets. For sure. Yeah, but I respect the Jets or whatever. I'm kind of rooting for I didn't like him either at first. The quarterback. Yeah, that's me when I had a beard. That's back when I was a prison guard and weighing 205, doing my powerlifting stuff. Yeah, it's kind of like a character he's playing there. But if you listen to the speech or whatever, it's pretty motivating or whatever. It was awesome. And that guy was good, dude. That guy was good. When they run that, I think Tua, I don't know. I think Tua should get all his things, and he should definitely be thinking about the concussions. I don't really know about all that protocol and what all he could do and the effects of all that, but I would think I would be considering that or whatever. You know, I don't know. I've never had like a bunch of head injuries. Well, I did playing football, and I used to box and stuff too. I took a lot of headshots boxing, and I did a lot of played a lot of sports and did a lot of wild stuff. And I've been in a lot of fights too. I used to fight, and I never got knocked out, but I took a knee where I about got knocked out a couple times on fights. So yeah, I've had some concussions, and I used to ride dirt bikes a lot, and I wrecked and had some concussions. So I'm sure maybe that's why I act the way I do. Maybe come to think about it, maybe I. Yeah, Tua with eggs and mayo, great. Sam. Tua melts are good. I really didn't think Tua was very good. I'm starting to realize he is pretty good because whenever he's out, like we're at 4 o'clock today, we'll find out how this backup. We've groomed this guy. We got him as a rookie, and he's starting today or whatever. Hopefully he didn't look very good last year, so hopefully he can move the offense a little bit. And the word I'm getting is the first rule of fight. Dude, I don't know, man. I've always been kind of high strung and run around the West Side, and I had to move around a lot. So, like, my parents split up and got divorced. I moved in with whoever was convenient for. So when you move neighborhoods on the West Side of Columbus, like, you got a new neighborhood, you're gonna fight. People are gonna test you. So I just kind of had to fight, as a kid, and then you never really dropped that. Yes, here we go. Stan's talking about the thick Latina. It's Latina. I was calling them Latinos, and he told me. That's not the way to go. Let's pull up Neffs. You guys talk up Neffs. Let's talk about Neffs. You guys are talking about what I'm into. I'm really into this fragrance. Let's do this. Let's pull this one up. Let's look at the notes in it right now. Let's break this down. Okay, let's look at Neffs. All right. So this is what's going on in Neffs. See what I mean? Look at that. Yeah, see, that's a lot going on there. So see what I mean, Stan? I don't know that this is for everybody. Pop, 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 pop showed up. What up, Pop? No Latino boys, Stan. 0 Latino boys. Not zero. Not any Latino boys. But just Latino women. That's all I got. Actually, Latino guys are pretty cool, though. I haven't had too many issues, except when I dated that Latino, I did have some jealous Latino guys. Pop knows about dating a Latino woman. We talked about that the other day. So let's go down to what the actual notes are in the Shane. Or Neffs, I should say. Let's look at these notes. So there's a lot going on here, so I don't know that this appeals to everybody. But to me, this works. So look at all those notes. And you do kind of pick up a little bit of all these. I can pick up a little bit about every note here. I don't know if you guys know much about this Durham balsam, but whenever I see that note, it is a little bit different. And you click on it's resonant balsams, it'll kind of explain it or whatever. But that one, I always kind of look that one up too. they say it's fresh, spicy, and woody, but it has a different tone to it than regular balsams. I don't know if you guys pay attention to the notes and stuff like that, but I don't know when I'm doing this, when I'm doing my content, I kind of research these and kind of makes me look them up. I like kind of digging into them. So a lot of times I'll figure out, yeah, you pretty much like pick up every one of these notes. Like none of these notes are like hidden or ghost notes or whatever. And that's what I like about it, but it's just like blended really well. Like who comes up with this idea to think this is like a good set of notes to work with here? But man, it really works for an interesting fragrance. I'm treading lightly, brother. I'm treading lightly. I like Latinos actually, but there was she was high maintenance. She was a tough one to handle. Yeah, Pop is too. Pop is Puerto Rican. Pop's all about Puerto Rican festivals. He was pulling up Puerto Rican festivals on it. So yeah, if you guys, let's see what they're saying about Neffs, and we scroll down to what are people saying. See the comments. Yeah, I kind of go to Parfumo more than I do. Let's go to Parfumo and see what they say. I like when they do their sum up to their notes a lot better a lot of times. What do you guys think? Parfumo or Fragrantica? What do you guys like? Let's see what they're saying. So it's usually the one upvoted the most, whatever their first thing is usually a pretty good summary. All right, this guy's saying full quality, one of the best I tried in my life. Honey dominant note, recommend for a blind buy. Yeah, that's a real quick summary. I think there's a lot more to it. That's a little bit too quick, and for my taste, he summed up too easily there. Nothing smells better. That's too easier. Perfume of the Middle East, mixture of Harad with a little Sorrento. Maybe that's a stretch. Polarizing, I could see that. Take a chill pill. Better, I'd rather buy 2 Ani for this. Yeah, not me. I do like Ani though. Okay, here's this guy's talking. This guy's talking about the greatest art of perfume in a bottle. Sunny, honey, rose, oud combination at its best. Combination with a K. I like this guy's version. I don't know about the clean version of oud spars, but from there out, all this stuff he's saying here. Yeah, and then this is all subjective, so you get to see what this guy's saying. This guy's saying it's a poor choice, muddled, and there's no way this is muddled and generic sweet accords. I don't get that, but everybody's olfactory perception is different. Everybody's is different, so yeah. Honey, floral, and spicy. You pick up the florals and woods. The base is cozy, warm. And this guy, he sums it up. This is a good summary, masterpiece. So yeah. Let's see, let me scroll back. We're still talking about Puerto Rican women. Chinese. I don't think you're Chinese. Puerto Rican festivals. I usually go to Fragrantica first, but I usually check both after a little bit. Yeah, Stan's still turning up. Stan's out. He's still turning up. He turns up in the day or night, Pop. I've never been to a Puerto Rican festival. Yep, Pop's married. Pop's got a grown son. What do you got? 4 kids, Pop? And the oldest one's 19. Is that what you told me? I think Pop's married. He's got 4 kids. The oldest being 19. Tell him. Is that right? Did I have that right? A Greta voice. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Yeah, you guys got to get your nose on Spence. You got to try this Shane Neffs. You got to get your nose on that. Tell me what you think. It ain't for everybody. I get that. I can see how a lot of people. Rated here since '99 in New York City when I saw Pun, R.A.P. Wow, that's pretty cool. You don't want to see all that. Nice. Yeah, Pop's always popping. Yeah. I've been going to Perfumo more and more. Like sometimes on some of these real rare ones, I've been getting a lot of really rare ones. Like you would think it'd be the opposite way. Yeah, see here, Pop's telling you 4 kids, 19, 15, 10, and 5. He spread them out, 19 to 5. Well, Pop spread them out. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but Spence, you've been seeing he's doing his music now. He's got his back wall on his setup. It's killer, dude. He's got these backlights on it. He's got a chair. He's kind of setting up kind of like what you got, Spence, a version of that or whatever. He's working on it. And he's pretty handy man too, because he showed me as it's been doing it. He's doing He's been doing yeah, I seen her too when he did that fragrance review. But yeah, he's done the wall framing and everything and construction on his property or whatever there when he built that room. So Pop's evidently a pretty handy man. And then I think Pop, aren't you he works at a hospital. I forget exactly what he does there, but he's in the medical field. So yeah. Yeah, I had fun on Pop's live the other night or whatever. Hey, Pop, I know I talked over you some. Like sometimes I interrupted. Right when you finished your thought, like instead of letting you expand or whatever, I jump right in. So yeah, sorry for that if you didn't like that or whatever. I do that to people. Like I'm kind of thinking about my thoughts, and then I kind of let people finish, and then I just kind of jump in on a topic and keep it rolling. So I hope I didn't get on your nerves doing that the other night, because I watched it back and I did. I seen that I was kind of jumping in, and maybe sometimes you hadn't finished your thought. And I stepped up and talked. So I apologize for that if that got on your nerves. Come on, Spence, man. Give him the view hours. Just turn it on. You don't even got to watch it. Just turn it on. Just turn on Pop's channel. I do that with you guys all the time, man. Even if I ain't watching it, I turn it on, I let it play, and I go do something else when I'm watching TV, and you're getting the view hours, man. I give you guys my view hours on your lives and everything. But I usually watch your guys' lives. But you're gonna get some view hours on this one the next night coming up, Spence, because TLTG is gonna bring some people there or whatever. And you like, if let's just say I was gonna get with TLTG, like I'm a white belt at this or whatever, and TLTG and you two, or you guys like 4th degree black belts in fragrance knowledge and stuff. So yeah. Yeah. Seems like that's all you're doing. All I see is shorts from you, Spence, and no just regular content. You're just into sports. And yeah, I saw the Cinderella one, Pop. That's the only one I saw with your daughter. Yeah. Hopefully on the live, if anybody's watching this back, you can see what we're going on. We're basically just doing a lot of chat talk. I got these. See if you got any feedback on these Zahara Ops, because I haven't smelled any of these yet. I like Pop's videos. I like Pop's reactions, too, when he smells his fragrances. Him and Juan are the best at that. So Signature Bloom. Any of you guys got any thoughts on Signature Bloom? I haven't smelled it yet. What else? Signature Noir. That's another one I got. Yeah, I see you everywhere. I didn't even know you. I just seen you in all the chats, dude. I didn't even know you. And I seen everybody saying hi to you or whatever. But I actually didn't know they were saying hi to you because they would say hi, Spence, but I didn't know that was your name even. So, but I saw you in the chats because I get in a lot of chats, but a lot of times I don't say nothing, especially on the bigger channels because I don't really know that many people. That's pretty cool. You ought to do that, Spence. If she likes, or Pop, if she likes doing that, then you should just do something to have fun with her. Yeah, that'd be fun. I think that's fun. Get some, let her get in on it or whatever. Yeah, live. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think you've been around the community for a long while. I think that's probably what it is, right? Seems like everybody knows you. I even heard like that last time when Ross was shopping or whatever, and you kept recommending him that patchouli scent or whatever, and he's like, okay, you've been referring to this patchouli scent for years. I'm going to get it. And he liked it. Royal X, that's another one I got coming up. I'm going to do. Yeah, Spence is everywhere. I think Spence has got a job where he can be online now. He's probably at his job right now, and he can do this. Signature Tobacco, that's one I want to try. And then what else I got? Helfetti Black Rose. That's another one I'm going to do. I'm kind of looking forward to that one too. So I've been getting into rose. I didn't think Soul Patchouli from Burtis. Yeah, I actually smelled a clone of that. I did like the clone version of that. And most of the clones I get are generally pretty close. Some of them are off on the opening, but yeah, I may get the real of that someday. Met. Yeah. Met means viewed on. Yeah, that does. Yeah, that is neat. Good point, Stan. Met is viewed on YouTube. Agreed. Yeah, Pop. What do is you going to do on Monday night? I try to get in on all you guys, and like I said, Pop, even if I don't watch your whole, I usually watch it in a replay, and then sometimes if I'm out or whatever, I play your guys' stuff like on a live, and I give you all the watch hours, whatever. Even like if I'm going to the gym or whatever, and I'm not listening to music, I just turn it on and let it play, even if I'm not watching. Just YouTube don't know that, so you're getting view hours. I'm trying to give you guys view hours, all my boys, especially on their lives. So I always try to do that. Yeah, I'm starting to like it too. I didn't know I was into that so much because I'll be honest, Spence, in life, I don't have a whole lot of friends. I got friends. I'm not saying, I went hiking with a friend this morning, but as compared to most people, I don't make time for a lot of friends. So I wasn't really expecting to want like people in a fragrance community like this, but I can't talk to none of my friends about this stuff, because they're just not interested or have the passion I do. So like gym people and hikers and outdoor cardio and biking, I got friends that do that because that's one of my passions is this fitness kind of stuff. So I got friends that do that, but like talking about these fragrances, like it's just weird to them. So like, I guess finding you guys in this community is kind of fun. Dude, I was on Michael's and Pop's the other night. I was popping in and out on Michael over at Fragrance Fraternity because I try to watch all his. Definitely giving him all my eyes. He's really supported me and helped me get started. And Pop too. Pop's the one that kind of let me know you could do it with the cell phone. When I just was asking him, I was thinking about starting a channel. I just want to use my cell phone, and he kind of encouraged me to do it and told me he was just using his cell phone. It kind of so yeah, Juan and Fragrance Fraternity Michael and Pop was pretty crucial to getting me started or whatever. And you give me a lot of shout outs too, Spence. So I appreciate that. I'm not sure I'm getting too many people off your shout outs, but I got to at least be getting one or two here and there. They're like, okay, I'm gonna go check this guy out. So yeah, I appreciate that. But like I said, compared to you, I'm a white belt in this, using the martial arts. So if they're watching your channel, they might be wanting more like black belt level. Spence, can I get a dime? Stan's always thinking about Trump, getting high, and Latino thick women. I think that's the main thing on Spence's on my mind. And am I right, Spence? Are you thinking about thick Latinos? Huh? Weed and Trump. Those are like the main things going on. You know what? I'm gonna spray a couple of these right now. I'm gonna try this Helfetti Black Rose, or is that what it's called? It's not Helfetti Black, Signature Black Rose. Let me spray a little bit of this on. I don't know. This is barely a rose fragrance. This Helfetti Black Rose. This is nice. I like this. The rose is really light in this. Yeah, I like this Helfetti Black Rose. I don't know if you guys have smelled that from Zaharoff. I like that. Out here selling garbage bags, huh? That's the way to move it, man. If you're gonna move it, move weight. Be honest with you, I did. I don't know, Meigs County, Ohio. This is back like it's legal and stuff here now, but like grew a lot of weed in Ohio, and I would go. I had relatives and stuff down there. So one time I bought a bunch of it from down there and came back and sold it, and that wasn't me, man. The people coming around and all that. I did one time. Once I got rid of it, I'm never doing this again. I didn't like the people coming around, these strangers, and felt like maybe I was going to get robbed. And so that was a one-time deal. I don't remember how much I had bought, but it was quite a bit. So it took me a while to sell it all through. But I was like, I'm one and done on this. I never want to distribute any kind of drugs again. This isn't me. I didn't feel right. So yeah, I only did that one time. Decided it wasn't for me. And then when I was a prison guard, dude, man, I had so many people, like I even had people on the outside that knew I worked there, and they knew a guy on the inside approaching me. Apparently there's a lot of money to be made as a prison guard bringing weed in, because I had inmates approaching me, and I had people on the outside that knew I worked at a prison and knew somebody in there. Yeah, I'm all about that Nomad, that Tom Ford Nomad, not Ombre Nomad. If that's what you're talking about, Ombre Nomad, I'm into Ombre Nomad. That's another rose oud. I love that one. This is the first winter I went nuts over that one. And that's kind of what led me to Neff's. It's not a big leap to go from Louis Vuitton Ombre Nomad to Neff's. So it's not a giant leap. Yeah, the prison guard days was wild, man. I worked there when, I don't know if you remember the Lucasville riots. That was national riots. That was Ohio prison or whatever. But they were getting all turned up at my prison when I worked there. Once one prison riots, it kind of feeds energy to the other prisons, And they were really turning up. It was a wild time to work there or whatever. The only reason I didn't stay a prison guard, I would probably made a career out of that, was because they were freezing us. Like I would work third shift. I was a third shift prison guard. And then I would get off and they would freeze me over. So I had to work a double shift. So I had to work third and then first. So I was trying to like chase women and power lift and stuff. Then that's when I was into power lifting. I'm lifting a lot of heavy weights, and I just wasn't getting any sleep. So my lifting was getting all messed up. I was tired all the time. So yeah, I got out of the prison guard game, but I probably would have made a career out of it. Yeah, I don't know. Another thing, funny about, yeah, I don't know, Pop. You might just I just started out with a mirror image, a clone of it. So, and his is really nice. And I got Alexandria's clone of Neff's, and I might like Matt's better. I didn't do a side by side, but yeah, just get you, because it's so expensive. Even a decant, I think I got a little decant for just a little bit of it. It was like $30 for just a little bit of it. But it's one. If it's better, a lot better, I'll probably get a full bottle. I will get a full bottle. I'll try to maybe wait till Black Friday, and maybe somebody will have a little bit of a deal on one. Yeah, yeah. Stan's getting the doing that, so he can talk him to send you a decant. Yeah, going into the new year, Spence, I'm going to quit spending so much money. I'm going to go to $100 a month budget. You know, I'm on a retiree budget, so I'm not bringing any new income in. All I'm making is what I can make on my investment. So I'm going to quit spending so much money on these, enjoy times with it. I'm going to start doing, maybe I'm going to do more of these lives and stuff, come up with comments, and then quit doing buying so much new, chasing the new dopamine hitting fragrances, and maybe sell off a lot of stuff I got, get into that. But yeah, the first of the year, I'm going to change the way I do content. So yeah, I always got duos coming in, so I got a lot of new. So I'll pass on selling the cheeks, brother. No, I'll stick with my investments. No cheek selling. I'm out on that one. Although, you know, there might be some money to be made there, right? Maybe I should reconsider that. What do you think, Pop? No way. I'm out on that. I think I'm good. I think I can make money selling all these duos I got. Duos sell good. I don't know if you guys realize that. That's what I like about duos, is they're pretty easy to sell. You could get these. You can get these. Like if I buy one for 33 and then I get parts off, I paid 20 something for it. I can usually get 15 out of it or whatever. For one of the ones I pay 60, I can usually get like 30 out of it or 25. So I like that, but they're a little bit easier to sell than like a lot of my clones. The half non Latafas, a little bit harder to sell. Yeah, bingo night. Yeah, I'm not much of a gambler, even bingo. Yeah, I did a lot of that online gambling came. I was winning. I started winning everything. I started winning like all my bets on basketball and football games. I thought I was like a Vinny the Greek. I was winning everything, dude. So I went all in on a national championship game last year. And that team that lost, I just thought they were going to score more points than they did. So I put everything on them. Not that Georgia wasn't going to win, but they were going to. Okay, Rick showed up. Now, this is the guy. Rick's in the BCR 300. That's Rick. This is the guy who's got me on the Serge Luton kick and these duos. He's the one that turned me on the Jacques Depou that I played up. We're talking about crazy stuff in the chats now. They're trying to get me to prostitute myself out here for retirement money. I don't think there's a lot of people out here wanting 55-year-old men, so I don't think there's too much of a market for that anyways. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's going to be too good a work. So, yeah, Rick's got these Rick, there's a couple guys on here, your level of taste or whatever. The one you see, his name's Spence, not so famous YouTuber. He's got some super high-end taste in fragrances for sure. And Stan, I know Stan's got high-end taste, and Pop does too. But I don't know that everybody's buying his high-end. Everybody here has got good taste, but I don't know that everybody's spending these buying these high-end fragrances as Spence is. Free giveaway today. What do you want? What do you want, Rick? I'll give you a free street walking event. No street walking. 10%. I'll be pimping. If I'm gonna do anything, I'll be pimping. I'll be out there pimping. Stan says he's got high-end taste. You got some high-end duos, dude. You were throwing in some high-end. You were throwing on some $100 and some duos out there to me that you had, and you can't even get them anymore. So they're worth more than 100. They were worth 100 when Duo put them out, and the fact that they don't make them, you can't get them. So now they're worth a couple hundred. Speaking of that, somebody was selling Osho Fresh Duo on that Duo website for $165. You know, that big bottle of Osho Fresh. That one you don't see come around. I know Rick saw it because he was giving somebody a shout out. What do you want, Rick? What do you want for a giveaway? I'll send it to you just for stopping by. Yeah, Spence, what's the 3 Happy Land? What's the 3? Give me the 3 that you like. You never did tell the 3. You never did tell me what your job is. You did never tell me your 3 Happy Land. What are we doing, Spence? I'm gonna pimp you. Pimping ain't easy. I can make it look easy, man. Once I get my routine down, in whatever job I take on, I'll make it look easy. You got to get that pimp slap down. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, you did tell me. I must have missed that because I replayed the end. I actually replayed the end to see if you said it or whatever. And maybe you said it while you were talking. I didn't catch them because sometimes when I'm listening, I'm in and out, doing stuff. Or Natalie said something to me, my wife, and I didn't hear. So yeah, maybe I didn't You're right. Maybe you said them and I didn't listen. That is a possibility, Spence. But you could type them in the chat right now. And yeah, no, I don't do any energy. I do them all in the morning. I'm serious. I do them all in the morning, and then I can't sleep if I do energy drinks late. Green tobacco, haymaker. Yeah, those are 3 I like too. That's probably my 3 favorite too. Those are the 3. I told you I wore green tobacco that day just because I knew you were going to do that again. I knew I was going to watch it. I knew I liked that one. It was pretty warm here that day too, and that one still worked really good, even in the warm weather. I even had that on at the gym, and this one I even got a compliment at the gym. Some guy thought that was pretty cool. He goes, "What is that?" I told him what it was. I even told him what it was. So yeah. I can get turned up on some caffeine and some energy drinks though, and I do a lot of keto stuff too. So like in the mornings, the front part of my day, I'm in ketosis, and then I take exogenous ketones. I don't know if you know what that is. So I don't want to be steadied out. I like this energy. No red kratom till night. I like all this energy. I like it. It's fun. I don't want to. I'm not like unhappy with it. I can get stuff done. I can sit here and slow down. Like if I have to, like I'll show you. I'll play it cool. So yes, haymaker would be a great layering. I would think haymaker would be great layering. Yes, red kratom. Yes, I've used that one. That one is. See, I can talk like that, but I like being turned up, man. It's fun being turned up. I track my sleep. I'm real diligent about my health. I take a lot of it serious or whatever. So I average about 6.4, almost 7 hours. 6 hours and 40 minutes of sleep is like my average, going back like 3 months or whatever. I wear a sleep tracker to bed. It's got monitors my heart rate, my breathing, my HRB, my heart rate variability. Yeah, turned down for what? That's what I'm talking about. Now you hear it. Yeah, now you hear it. That's what I'm talking about. Turned down for what? I don't want to turn down. Yeah, they tried to give me some meds to turn me down, but yeah, I didn't. I like being turned up. I probably get on people's nerves sometimes. I know I do. But some people like it. Yeah, some people like it, especially when especially back when I used to drink and we'd be buzzed and I'd have a buzz going on. Let's see what we. What we got going here? I'm gonna get turned out. I want to get turned up. What do you think about this, Rick? Turned out. Let's see if we can't. Let's see if we can't get something for Rick. Get Rick in the chat. This is Rick. Let's get Rick's music going. Rick likes this Mark Knopfler. Rick's more a calm, cool, and collected type of guy. He's not turned up like I am. You like that? You're trying to get turned up now. This is Rick's right? Mark Knopfler. I like it too. Let's go back to silence. Silence is golden. All right, it's 2:51 here. What about I'll try to hit both you guys tomorrow. Except Pop starts so late. I told 9 now. I go to bed at 9. I'll Dior Sauvage. Yeah, I like Dior Sauvage still. I like that. I still like Dior Sauvage. I can do any of them too. Elixir, EDP. Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely be on both your guys live, and I'll probably, whatever I miss or whatever. Sometimes I watch the live and I'm in and out. I go back and watch the replay too. So I don't know if they'll give you double hours when you do that. Like if I watch it already live doing it, if they give you the hours, then like I said, I turn your guys' stuff on all the time. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be, yeah, I mean, Dior, like I got a lot of clones of it too. And I mean, Dior is just, any Dior fragrance is, I haven't smelled even the ones I didn't like the quality was definitely there. It's still a really nice fragrance. It just wasn't to my taste. Dior is one of my favorite houses. Like, I'm sure all you guys think Dior is. What's some of your favorite Diors? So I got some really good Dior clones coming from that. I get those oils out of Kuwait, generic out of Kuwait. They got some real nice oils, and I'll mix them up. And so I got some Diors I've been wanting to try. I'm just too cheap to buy. So Dior Sauvage giveaway, vintage giveaway. Now I don't have any of that yet. I didn't even get that Dua. I'm gonna wait and try your Dua Virgin, Rick, if you'll give me some of it. I didn't order that Dua, the old one, the vintage one. I'd give away some clone samples. I'd give you all a clone sample just for nothing. I got several Dior Sauvage clones. If you guys want Dior Sauvage clones, hit me up on Instagram. Give me your address. I'll send you some clones. Go on my Instagram. It's linked to my page, and message me there, and I'll give you some Dior Sauvage clones I got several. I just had to round up which ones I got. I don't have that much of the real Dior Sauvages left, so I'm not going to give away any of my real Dior Sauvages, but I got plenty of clones. I got gallons of clones. I got jugs of clones. Yeah, I like Assad. I didn't like that blue Assad or whatever that came out. Yeah, I try to price to sell. Yeah, like the other one I was trying to get you to buy, Stan, the other day. Like I put it on Macari, like somebody on that cheapy fragrance buy, they bought it within like 10 minutes or whatever. The one I had on there, it was a Parfums, it was a Homage clone or whatever. I don't think you would have liked it anyways, but I've been getting a lot of quick sales on that fragrance by cheapies on Facebook, because there's no fees involved there. Like Macari's putting so many fees on, so the buyer has to pay a lot more than the thing. So like when you do the Facebook cheapies, you can price it cheap and just do your own shipping, and I try to price my stuff to sell unless it's one that I really don't want to sell, and then I don't put those up. If I don't really want to sell it, I don't put it up. So when I just want to get rid of it, and like I'm not enjoying it, so I would rather Stronger With You absolutely is killer. I love Stronger With You, absolutely. That's one of my favorites of the line. That one might be I like every one in that line. Stronger With You. Did you guys ever try Stronger With You Freeze? I like that one. It's like a fresher version of Stronger With You. That one gets slept on. You don't hear too many people talking about that one. Stronger With You Freeze. I'll show you some of the notes in that one. Let's pull that one up. I don't ever hear anybody talking about that one. But that's one I like. Now, it's not as gourmet. It's not as good for the fall or winter or whatever, but it still works in the fall and spring. It's a really good spring one, I think. Let's pull this up. So, yeah, this is Freeze. It's still in production, I think. So here's kind of giving you what it's going to smell like. And then here's some of the notes. Yeah, so you can see the note layout's quite a bit different there or whatever. And I don't know what this Marron glaze is. Let's look at that. Okay, it's sweets and gourmand smell. That's what it is. Kind of like a glazed chestnut. So, yeah, I guess that's in it or whatever. But I just got a clone of it. But I really like it. This is one you don't hear everybody talk about. This one's slept on. Stronger With You Freeze. So let's talk about Stronger With You, absolutely, since you guys are already talking about it. Yeah, so there's the notes on Stronger With You, absolutely. Well, it's not the notes. That's the breakdown. Let's go to the notes. Yeah, there's the notes. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. Yeah, let's see what people are saying about it up in here. I know Pop's going to like that one. Yeah, nothing too, yeah, this one's real sweet, so I know Pop's going to like that one. It's too sweet for some people's taste. That ain't going to be Pop. This is a Pop scent. This is a certified Pop scent. Yeah, oud and tobacco. Yeah, the oud one, that might be my favorite one, the oud one, actually. I don't know, between the oud and that one. Oud might be my favorite one. Let's look at that Stronger With You oud. Let's pull that one up. I even like Stronger With You, the oud one, before I was even in the oud. And I like the 1 million oud also. I like oud. So let's pull this one up. Okay. Yeah, when you look at it like that, it looks kind of weird. Yeah, it's just the old 3-note breakdown: vanilla, oud, and agar wood. I like it though. That's a good one. Yeah, I hate the 3-note. There's more to it than that. It's not just those 3 notes. Yeah, there's a couple good Stronger With You leather clones I've got 2 Stronger With. I don't know why I do that, but I got 2 Stronger With You leather clones, and they're pretty good. I imagine the real one's a little bit better, but I like the clones I got of Stronger With You leather. That's a real good one, actually. I don't think there's a bad Stronger With You. Is there a bad Stronger With You, Spence? Do you think there's a bad one? You probably I tried them all. I've had all of them. I've tried every one of them, but just in clone form. Like, I haven't had the originals of all of them. Yeah, where are you buying your Stronger With You tobacco? Where'd you get that at? Yeah, tobacco is good. Let's pull it up. Stronger With You tobacco. Oh, yeah, look at the notes on this. You got a lot going on here. Let me throw it up there. You guys ain't seen it. Yeah, see there. So it's warm, spicy, amber, tobacco, vanilla. It just goes on down the line. And it does smell like that. That's what it smells like. Yeah, so there's the notes. I've only smelled this a couple times. Yeah, this is a good one. I'll probably have to get the real thing on this one too at some point. Nice. But watch on eBay. Well, there's a lot of fakes on eBay. Be careful on there. I don't even like doing Amazon very much. To watch who your sellers are. And be careful on eBay. eBay and Amazon, be real careful. There's a ton of fakes going around out there, whatever. Even on $20 fragrances, dude. I've got a fake on. That's the thing on Mercari's, the fees. Like, it's cheap, the price, but we're telling you add on this fee, and this, but it's expensive. That's why if you can go in those Facebook groups, you save yourself a lot of money, but there's a little bit of trust involved because you pay the guy, then you got to hope he's going to ship your fragrance and all that. So no matter what you do, it's kind of a tough call. And then even then it could be fake. So I like to buy mine off of like places I know that are reputable. Yeah, I like the amber too. I thought the amber, there's not one of these I don't like. It's pretty much like 1 million. I pretty much like the whole line. Same with 1 million. I like the whole line. All good to me. Yeah, Alpha. Is it got to be a thick Latina though? Is that how it has to be, Stan? Is it got to be a thick one, or are you okay with any Latino? Oh, they're priceless. Do they have to be thick, though? Is a regular Latina, is that suitable? Can you do that? Let's see. I don't think I sprayed on the signature tobacco, did I? Let's try this. Yeah. Yeah, I like this, too, this signature tobacco. Pretty much all. Yeah, dude, that's a good content for you, just to put that out there, awareness for people, whatever, and let them know that just even these fake ones. And Hawass isn't really that cheap though. But I had like a $20 fragrance, and I got a fake of it. I know it was as soon as I saw the box and everything. Yeah. Where are you getting these $78 Latinas at before fees? It must be through Mercari. By the time Mercari throws their fees on a Latina, I'm sure on a Latina, it's around. Oh, it's a fake Latina. Okay, you're getting out there. You're getting fake Latinas. Yeah, that's true, Stan. You're just renting them. Yeah, you can't buy her. You're renting her. You're not buying her. You're renting her. Let's get it straight. Well, you might own them for that 10 minutes you got, or whatever it takes you, Spence. I'm going to say with you 5 minutes. You might own them for that 5 minutes. If it does have packaging, it's going to come off quick, right? It's not going to be on long. We're out here getting wild on a Sunday. Sunday, a day of the Lord. We're out here getting wild, talking about Latinos and prostituting and drugs. This is a rated R This is a rated R podcast. Or not even a podcast. A live. Live is almost a podcast. Did she come with teeth? On my fakes, the presentation and on the bottle and all that, you could just tell it was a little off. The printing on the box and everything. It was just, Spen's out here getting top row Latinas for $73. Man, that's out there in that California life. Ohio, there's a little bit more inflation on that or whatever. You'd think out there's more inflation. They would be cheap. The cost of living and everything's way more out there. So somehow on the Latino market, you guys have you're getting a better deal. Can't stop, won't stop, and we're still out here turning out. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up pretty soon. Unless you give me a new topic to talk on, I'm about done with the Latinas and Diddy's Bank, and you guys give me something to fixate on, or I'm going to wrap this up and get a couple things done. I really appreciate you guys showing up though and making this a lot more fun. It's way more fun than just me talking about these Jenner or genre fragrances or whatever. And yeah, I'll be watching you guys the next couple days. So what you guys going to do? You going to watch football today? My Dolphins are on at 4, taking on the Seahawks. So massage parlors. Yeah, I got some stories on that too. I'm not for today. I'm saving that for another day. I got massage parlor stories. Yeah, that's another topic. I'll do that on your guys' podcast. Fake juice was well done, but got me his juice. It was the dark purple, not the light purple. Yeah, mine. As soon as I could see the box, I could always kind of I could see it was off or whatever, because I kind of studied it, because I knew when I ordered it was risky. When I order from eBay or Amazon, I always know it's kind of risky, so I kind of look. I always kind of look at when I get them the box, and then as soon as I smell it, even though I hadn't even smelled the one, where I just knew, you could just tell it's just like, this is watered down crap or whatever. Because once you've heard people talk about fragrance so much, you kind of know what the expectation is once you've been doing this stuff for a while. So I'm really hesitant about ordering off of eBay and Amazon now. So I just really don't do too much of it, honestly. A lot of times I'll pay. I'd rather just pay a little bit more, because shipping and everything a little bit more, unless I can figure out a place, it's actual shop, because sometimes it's a shop selling it on those places. So yeah, sometimes on some of these, I've gotten different formulations or whatever. If it's a reformulation or whatever, there are different shades, and that is probably true on the Hawass. Yeah, I don't know on the caps and all that. I can't tell you the Hawass. Yeah. I did get the new Hawass too. I got a decant of the Hawass, a 10 milliliter decant, which that's all I needed, that one. And I definitely thought that was redundant, the Hawass Ice to Hawass. And I'm not even really sure I like it better, but it is different. Because when I was doing a side by side and wearing them, I liked I hear some things about the Middle Eastern notes and the spices in the regular Hawass. MF January 2024. MFer on January 2024. I know Gent Sense and a bunch of these guys have been doing. I've seen Ash doing a lot about fake stuff, and I like that he's doing that, because it's a we're a Frag by CA. That's going to be. That's why I like to order from Frag by CA or Fragrance.net. Sometimes I'd rather just pay more than get. I know I'm getting a real thing. There's like peace of mind to that. Even though I'm paying like $5 more for a $35 fragrance or something, I'd still rather just pay a little bit more and know I'm getting a real thing. Because honestly, I'm kind of every time I order from this place, I'm a little nervous the whole time. Like, oh, I'm not sure. Juan 2024. Maybe I'll write him in. Maybe that's who I'm going to write in. Juan 2024. Yeah, I'm all in on Juan. I'll vote Juan. I'll vote. I wish he was a choice. I wish Juan was a choice instead of these two guys. I'll take Juan. He'll get in there and roll his sleeves up and get to it. But he'll be on vacation a lot. Well, I take that back. Juan will be on vacation all the time. I know if you're president, they probably give you a lot of vacation days. Well, I'm going to use all them vacation days, so he ain't never going to be in office. So maybe not Juan for 2024. Juan out there in Gatlinburg doing them edibles too. Them Gatlinburg ganja. Yeah, Hawass is killer. I every time I wear that, because I got so many fragrances, I'm like, why don't I wear this more? It's crazy that I don't wear this more. This is so good. But I don't wear Hawass that often, just because I I got to 850 fragrances. You know, I mean, I usually put on 2 or 3 a day. You know, because I wear one in the morning and then I'll put one on around lunch and then I'll shower and put on a different one at night. So, yeah, what do you think about the black? I'm tired of Venice and all those clones, and I know it's kind of more like it's I don't even think it's like the Ani one more Hasivat. I guess it's more like Hasivat than a Venice. So I'm probably not going to get a Was Ice. I'm just kind of tired of those two. Yeah, no black for me. I'm out on that. I like Hasivat. I got a bunch of clones of it though. And I've got a little bit of the real. I like Hasivat. I like a Venice. I don't want no more. I'm done. I'm done. I'll tell you what a Venice I like. Here's the one I like. Here's what I talk about Venice. Let's talk about some Venice. This is that Parfums Vintage. You ever try their? Yeah, it's not picking up because that background crap I'm doing. Yeah, this one's really good. This is that, what do they call it? Pineapple Intense. They got about 1 million different versions where they tweak it. I do like the black ones. That's not true. That's not true. Dated a lot of black girls, and a lot of black friends. My best man in my first wedding was a black guy. No, definitely not true. I like black women. I like black guys too, as far as being cool. Yeah, Hasivat is good. I mean, that's kind of like an Venice clone, isn't it? Yeah, this is that Nefarious I got. This is that. I got to put it here. This is that Alexandria. True that. True that, Spence. What else do we got? I got a bunch of new Alexandrias too. He sent me a bunch of stuff that's not even released on my orders too. What do I got here that's new? Oh, this is that Honey X. I don't know if you guys have tried that. That's not new. Plus, he does these 10 milliliter decants. Thanks. I got Ruthless Aqua, which is his Aqua 2024. Thanks, Spence. Now I'm getting all blurry here. You know, the camera's freaking out. But I got this Ruthless Aqua. What else do I got here? Runway 45. That's not new, but I got some new ones. You guys ever do anything from this Sammy Andreas house? I don't know, Sammy. His stuff's pretty good. Forest Fever. This Sammy Andreas, he's got a lot of originals and clones. I don't know. Have you guys ever done anything? Speak up if you've ever done this. It's SAMY, and then it's like ANDRAUS. He's got a lot of nice ones. Really strong. How about Sensual Exceptions in a house? I got their Spice Bomb Extreme, Spice Explosion. Yeah, it's pretty good. I got a lot from him, actually. I try all these little independent clone houses or whatever. I've got a lot of stuff from him. This stuff's pretty good. Here we go. Home for the Holidays. I got that mixed up in here, Spence. I like this. I like Happy Land. What else I got in here? These are kind of on. I'm trying to catalog on my content, so just get stuff up on there. Yeah, Kevin. Yep, Kevin. Straight to Paradise Extreme. So I just reviewed their version, but this is Kevin's version. It's good. I don't know what you guys think about Purple Label Polo. I have the real thing. I have not tried any Savoir Faire. I'll write that down. I have not. I don't really know anything about that. I wrote down Valentina Gomez. I'm going to write down this Savoir Faire. I haven't. Nope. I will try it though. I'll look it up. I like trying new these small fragrances house, so I'll look into that one. So I like Purple Label Polo a lot. I don't know if you guys like it. You know, real nice like blackberry scent. And so this is I have the real one. This is dead on. This is Kevin. This is Sensual Exceptions Purple Ticket. If you want better performing Polo Purple, this is dead on. This is exactly dead on. Even as it transitions, which is not a whole lot of transitions, this one transitions exactly like it. Exactly. All right, here we go. We got some making sense in the house. What's this one? Jupiter Satellite, which I think that's his Ganymede. You guys, Spence, what do you think about Ganymede? I like Ganymede, and I like all the little offshoots of Ganymede he's got too. You know, like he's got those other ones that have like a numerical name. Yeah, I love Ganymede. That metallic, saffron-y, almost smells like a new spaceship. That's what somebody told me. I read when I first tried it. Like if you had a brand new spaceship and you got in it, this is what it would smell like. I like that. What else do I got here? California Blues. I don't know. That's Jazz Club. I think this is Mason Margiela Jazz Club by Alexandria's version. I don't know if you guys like Jazz Club, but people don't talk about that one much. It gets slept on. Everybody knows what it is and probably has it, but it's pretty good. That's a really nice fall winter. If you've never tried Jazz Club, I'd at least recommend trying a clone of that one or something. That's a very versatile scent. I'm sure most of you guys have tried Jazz Club. Pop, I don't know if you tried Jazz Club. You might want to look into Jazz Club. It's pretty good. I got a pop scent out here. This apple spice. The Barrett boys. Apple spice. What else do I got in here? These are, like I said, these are ones I'm going to do content on. Tonka Absolute. I think that's a Mugler. Yeah, you have Jazz Club, Stan. You got the real thing. Dude, I got a lot of shit. Too much. I'm trying to catalog it all, so that's kind of why I put some of this stuff out. Yeah, I'm not sure I like it more than By the Fireplace, Jazz Club, but it's probably close. Barrett is a fragrance house. If you're kidding around, Spence, it's a fragrance house. And basically, that's what I think most of Barrett content is through Pop. Israel does a lot of most of his stuff is I don't think Barrett has. Does he have a YouTube channel? Ross at Barrett. I think you're the main Barrett fragrance channel, aren't you? Aren't you, Israel? Here's 1 Million Lucky, the Lucky Millionaire. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty close. Yeah, Fireplace is. Yeah, the Lattafa version is close, dude. It's really close. It's good. Yeah. Okay, I figured you did. I didn't know if you're. Yeah. Yeah, I figured you did, Spence. You know all this stuff. But you're so bougie, I thought that might be one that slipped by. You're too busy messing around Rouge, Xerjoff, Suspiro. Yeah. Okay, you're friends with that Stax. Yeah, I hope when I went on about I didn't like that Stax the other day, and Stax was on there. He didn't get mad at me either. I just don't. I don't like that. Now that I got the Duo version, I just don't like that Tommy Iommi Monkey. So I just don't like that fragrance. It's not for me. What else we got here? And that Sammy Andreas, he does some house originals too. Really good. His stuff's pretty good. Amar Al-Oud is fire, Pop. I own it as well. Amir Al-Oud. Let me look that one up. Let's see what that is. Oh yeah, I have that one. Yeah, that's the one we're talking about, the Lattafa. Yeah, that's the one. I have that too, and I have the original. And I honestly don't think the original is necessary. It smells a little bit different than that one. They're not exactly the same. There are differences because I have like a 10 milliliter decant, and I almost maybe prefer the way the Lattafa smells over the original because there's some note differences. And the Lattafa, the twist they did on it, I actually may prefer that to the original. So if you've got that one, in my opinion, you probably don't need the original. Or at least I don't. But I already have it. Firepower is their God of Fire for Sensual Obsessions. Gourmand Kiss is a Fave Delicious. You guys ever try Fave Delicious from Dior? I didn't like. Yeah. So you're with me on that, then. You kind of like it. Yeah, God of Fire clone. Yeah, I've got several God of Fire clones. Yeah, talking about Pops. C-Max Fire Unlimited. Yeah, I've got several God of Fire clones. I think I got a little, they were selling 10 milliliters on decant, so I think I got the mango heavy clone that Duo just put out, which is probably going to be roughly the same thing. Yeah, so I don't know. Fave Delicious. This is definitely Fave Delicious. This is a pop scent, but it's real light, close to the skin. Let's pull up Dior Fave Delicious Pop. I'll show you what this is. This is a pop scent. Oh, here's one I got coming. I got a clone of this coming. Dior Spice Blend. I don't know if you guys have tried this one, but it's going to be a pretty nice clone. I got this. I'll show you this one. So there's kind of there's some of the, when you look at it like that, but here's the notes of it. So it's going to kind of be like a Dior Spice Bomb Extreme is what it is. which I like Spice Bomb Extreme. I like Dior. So there's the notes in it. So I don't know if any of you guys have tried that one, but look at that. Those notes look pretty interesting. If you're into those kind of notes, which I am. Again, that's Spice Blends. Let's look up Dior Fève Delicieuses. All right. So there's the there's those notes. And then there's the there's all the notes in it. Look at those pop. Tell me those ain't got some pop notes. Especially look down there at the bottom. Start looking here at that sour chaser and all this. Look at all this. This is pop notes. This is a pop sense thing, but it sits real close to the skin. And it's a little bit feminine, but I know you like that kind of stuff. I like it. That's a pop scent. Look into that one. They got a bunch of clones of it. Yeah, I have that one. That one's good. Yeah, the one he's saying there, Frenetic Delicios, that's a good one. Yeah, I always get complimented too when I wear. It's hard not to like God of Fire. I mean, it's just they just knocked it out of the park on that one. Yeah, I still watch Bowtie the Fragrance Guy. He did a cheapy clone video the other day because he always does those high end ones, and I'm a clone cheapy guy. But he had a real. I always think I know about every clone and cheapy, but he had some old clone and cheapies that he named off a bunch of them I had never heard of, and they were all bangers, dude. I didn't order a lot of them because I don't need a bunch more of that. But he named off some bangers on cheapy clones, and they've been out a while too. They weren't like new ones, they were like older ones. So Bowtie knows his stuff, man. He's got high end taste. He's kind of like Spence and Bowtie. That's a couple high end guys. That's what you need to do, Spence. You need to like dress up more, like he's doing on your lives. Come in representing. Come in looking like the Bowtie guy because you got that kind of taste. You got that kind of setup. You need to present yourself as like a Bowtie. Me, I'm out here wearing gym shirts and hats. I don't know, you guys. I ain't saying these are good, but you guys ever mess with these Demeter fragrances? They got all these weird ones, whatever. But I like this one. This is paperback. It's like paperback books. I don't know if you guys like to smell paperback books, but I do. But you got to spray the crap out of this thing, and then you're only going to get like an hour. So, yeah, anybody, because I've got somebody got a fire. Yeah, he is. He's like MC Hammer. That's true. Yeah, I'm saying you could be. You've got a real you got like classy taste, and you got like you're a good speaker and stuff. You present well. If you choose to do that, you could dress up and like reform your channel into that. I'm not saying you are that, but you could be. You could easily be a Bowtie Fragrance Guy type of channel. More classy because you got classy fragrances and classy taste, and you're articulated pretty well. Yeah, it smells like kind of like paperback books at book binding, which I know people don't want to smell like that, but I like smelling like a paperback book. Yeah, Spence's lives. Spence's a killer. How about Naxos? You guys, this 1981 X. If you guys tried this Naxos version from Alexandria, I'm sure most of you guys know about this one. This is a good Naxos clone. I'm sure you guys already know that. But the Alexandria is 1980X. That's a good Naxos clone. Yeah, Spence has got the music, dude. I love that music. They're actually good songs too, like the lyrics and the stuff and the song. Like it's good song shit. You can, yeah, Vogue Argante. I have that one too. I have that one. I got a lot of Naxos clones. I like this one though. This and if you did this beside Vogue Argante, they smell different. And if you put Naxos beside those two, because I have Naxos too, like they smell different and they're all good. This is nice though. Yeah, Vogue Elegante. I agree with you. That one, I prefer it over this one even. I'm not even sure I don't prefer it over the regular Naxos, Vogue Elegante. I really like that one. I agree with you. I'm in total agreement. This is one I like from him. I want to smell this one again. This is his Red Space, which is that Sammy Andreas. Let me smell this again. Yeah, this is kind of like his BR540. You guys like BR540? We already talked about that. You don't like BR540? Oh, yeah, this is nice. This is a real deep, rich BR540. This is really nice. Yeah, this is his Red Space. It's deeper and richer than BR540. What else we got in? Okay, here's a gem. You guys got to have this one. Making Sense. Fallen Leaves. Look, matches my background. This is what I should be talking about constantly with this background. Oh, you got the X straight. All right, all right. Yeah, this is that Fallen Leaves. I don't know if you guys have tried. If you guys want to try something, and this is the season to do it, from Making Sense, if you're picking up anything, you got to get this Fallen Leaf. This is killer. It smells like fall, but it's got that little bit of that Dolce & Gabbana, the One vibe to it. It's like you took Dolce & Gabbana, the One, and fall notes and put it in there. Yeah, this is awesome. To me, it's got a little bit of that Dolce & Gabbana, the One type of smell to it, but then you took like fall notes and threw it into it. Yeah, really. Yeah, Pop Israel. Think about this one. It's Fallen Leaves from Making Sense. If you're going to get into Making Sense, this is one you might want to look into. This is, you would like this. It's sort of it's a pop scent because you probably like Dolce & Gabbana, the One and stuff in that style. And this is a fall version of it. And these little bottles he sells are pretty cheap too at Making Sense. Look into that house. Oh, see here. Here's I got Real Jazz Club. See, this is how I get bougie. I get these decants at the Real Jazz Club. Yeah, crazy projection for like a couple hours. It projects off of me or whatever when I wear that one too. And even as it kind of dries down after a couple hours or whatever, it's still a nice. It's not necessarily projecting off of me, but it's got a nice little bubble. If I get close to it, and what I like is I can still smell it. For me, it's the best from the house. but I like a lot of his stuff. A lot of people like his Triton too, but I don't think his Triton is my favorite version of even that fragrance. Rouge, Oceana or whatever that one is. So it's not I like those sour ones he's got. Making Sense. It's like MAKIN sense. Making Sense. Well, let's pull it up here. It's got a ton of notes. I'll pull it up here, Pop. All right, so we're on here now. So that's how you spell it. See at the top there, MIKIN. It's got a little apostrophe sense. And so the little one's like $20. So like you click on this option. That's just a little 17 I had there. It's $20. You don't charge a lot for shipping. So look at all these notes he's got. Look at all these notes. I'm not going to read all these, but look at all these. Which you're not picking up all these notes. I think what he's done here is just blend oils of certain fragrances. You know what I mean? He's got fragrance oils or a few fragrances and blending them together. And probably one of them is Dolce & Gabbana, the One. And he's probably blended a few other fragrances together. That's what I think these guys are doing. Is they're buying oils of these things, and then they just mix them up, put perfumer's oil and fragrances, and he took a few of them, mixed them together. But whatever he came up with on this is pretty awesome. This is excellent. And look at all the houses he's got stuff from. See how I'm scrolling down? These ones are, let's go to his originals. These unaverage patch ones, they're fun. It's like a sour candy. It's fun. This Iris Man, this one's pretty good. It's the Laham Extrait concentration of Prada Laham. Really, really pretty nice iris note in it. Doesn't smell cheap. The iris isn't cheap. This is one that's really popular. Everybody seems like this. This one to me, like it's named my favorite Oceana one. Where I do like it though. I do think it's good, but I've smelled better versions of that. Unaverage Sweet Tooth. That one's pretty good. I have that one. These seem juvenile, these sweet ones, but I like them. They're fun. This is where he took Sweet Tooth, which is sour BR540 and Tigar. It's pretty fun. Yeah, so we'll come off that. Check that house out, Pop. There's some good ones. Okay, cool. Spencer's got his own tubes. I might make a purchase. I'll remember that one. Making Sense Oliver Twist. Yeah, I like that one too. I have that one. Yep. I pretty much got all the sour patch ones or whatever. Yeah, nice little, yeah. If it projects for a while and I can still smell it, I don't go nose blind to it. Yeah, Spence is out here shilling with codes and trying to get some Latinas out of it. Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that, Spence. Look, if anybody, yeah, I bet you do like Cafe Italiano. Yeah, if I could get a code or if somebody's going to send me a free fragrance, I'm not going to say it's good if they send me a free fragrance. I'm just going to say what I think, as long as they can handle that. Or I'll tell them if I don't like it, I just wouldn't. I'd say, well, I'm not gonna post it then because I don't like it. I don't post it. I won't even do content on it if I don't like it. I think that's the way. If I ever got to the point somebody wanted to send me one, I'm not gonna like something I don't like. Rick's out here saying he's got several from Making Sense, hit or miss from him, but a few are great. Yeah, I really haven't had too many bad ones, Rick. For me, they're not. I wouldn't say Fallen Leaves to me is great, and the rest of them are pretty good. I like them, whatever. But to me, Fallen Leaves is great. Actually, kind of for what they are, those little sour ones, they're great, but they're just juvenile sensitive, but I like them. I know, Spence. That's how most people are. You don't get anything. I would hope you would get something, actually, if I would or whatever, but he'd at least know you got it through your discount code if I'm putting your name in. So I would like that part of it. Spence, you ever buy much from Parfums Vintage's house? Because I've got quite a few of the originals and everything. So I really like this house, Parfums Vintage. I don't know how many of you guys have. I'm guessing Spence has tried stuff from Parfums Vintage. To me, this isn't even really like a clothing house because some of their stuff is better quality than some of the the originals, whatever. But Parfums Vintage is one of my favorite houses. Yeah, I don't have any codes from anybody. No, I get it, Rick. I don't think they got a lot of Rick scents. Like a lot of his stuff, honestly, is a little more juvenile and like maybe more, I don't know, designer type or whatever. A lot of his, but yeah. Oh, what'd they do to George Zaharoff? Tell me. I don't know this. Give me this dirt. Because if they did Zaharoff dirty, I'm not gonna like that. Just give me a quick summary. Golden Rush. I don't even know what this is. What is Golden Rush? I got so many fragrances. Tell me what happened there, Spence. I need to know. Maybe I don't need to know because I'm going to order from them still. Maybe I don't need to know. Yeah, I don't even know what this is. Maybe don't tell me. Yeah, I don't want to know what Parfums did because I like. I've seen George in all the lives, and he seems like a super nice guy. If somebody did him wrong, that's going to bug me. But I like Parfums Vintage. I don't want you ruining my ordering from Parfums Vintage. Golden Rush. I thought I was going to get off here. All right, at some point I got to get off here. We've got concerts to go to. All right, Golden Rush is. What is this? I don't even know what it is. Oh, this is Homage. Jubilation 25. That's what this is. Yeah, do you guys like Homage fragrances? I feel like they're hard to clone because when I smell the original, it's just hard to clone these Homage fragrances. How are you getting clones? You just asking for them? Oh, the Xerjoff Apollonia giveaway. Yeah, okay. It's available now. The giveaway, Rick. If you want to go, if you want to give it away, I'm going to get everybody's address here. Rick just got this Xerjoff Apollonia in. He's going crazy over, and hopefully he's going to let me try it. So I guess what he's saying is everybody on the chat here, he's thinking about giving away some Xerjoff Apollonia samples. Rick is a very generous guy, but I didn't know. I didn't know that he was that generous because Rick's been very generous with me. He's gave me a lot of really high-end stuff and a lot of really nice fragrances. Yeah, I haven't really tried to get any codes or anything. I don't know. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. I don't know if they want me. Like Spence said, I got 4,000 subscribers and I can only get 5 people on a live. Maybe they don't want guys like that. That's lame, Rick. All right, Rick. Sorry about that. Rick's not giving nothing away. Rick's not giving away any of his Xerjoff Apollonias. What do you want, Rick? I'll still give you what you want. What are we talking about here? If you'd have been on the live, you'd know what I'm talking about. I'd give you anything I got. Size doesn't matter. All right. What else did I got here? All right, size doesn't matter. That's good to know. Sticky Toffee. I know. That's Barrett Sticky Toffee. I know Pop knows that one. That's their Ojon. Is that right? Milk 2.0. Yeah, they had their Milk 2.0 come out last night. Spence, how many Milk 2.0s did you order? I know Spence ordered a Milk 2.0. He reformulated milk and doubled it. I know Spence ordered that. I know Spence is a milk guy. So and I know Rick is too. Rick got 3 Milk 2.0s and another condensed milk. I actually like wearing that milk fragrance. Yeah, this is pretty nice. I like this. I know Pop knows Sticky Toffee. Come on, I know. I actually got the milk, and then I got the condensed milk, and I actually like wearing that. It's just it's almost like you don't have a fragrance. It kind of sits close to skin. It's kind of, just that milky electronic notes. It's not like a heavy projecting or anything. It's just a nice subtle. It's kind of relaxing. If you're just sitting around chilling, I like wearing that one. Yeah, I told you the best. Here's the best Serge off Italian. I'm gonna tell you. I've told you this a bunch of times, Pop. I'm gonna go to it while I got you on here. Let me see. This is my favorite Serge off Italica. This one's good. So let's see. Yeah, it's Italica. Yeah, thanks for correcting me on that. That's what it is. It's not Ojon. So I got to think of the name of the place, Pop. I got the one for you. I just got to think of it for a second. I'll have to go back to that. Yeah, I don't have the milk music all. I don't have that. That's copyrighted. One's copyrighted that, anyways. I'll get copyrighted. Yeah, shout out to the Milk Patrol. Is there any Milk Patrol in the chat? Rick, are you part of the Milk Patrol? Milk Patrol. Rick's in with the Dua Divas. So Rick kind of is in the Milk Patrol. He's in with the Dua Divas. Yeah, Rick's part of the Dua Diva. The Dua Diva. Rick is a really good writer. So if you see Rick, some of his if you go on, I don't know if you guys are on Dua's Facebook, but he writes up a lot of. He's a very good writer, so he writes up a lot of really good reviews on a lot of Duas. He likes the Guerlains and a lot of these kind of nuanced fragrances or whatever. He's got pretty good nose, expensive taste. So he's got if you go on there and look for Rick's, I forget what his name is on there. I think it's Bichler on there, whatever. Look at some of his write-ups on Dua. This guy's a really good writer, and he's got a good nose, and he's got a way of telling a story of what the fragrance is with his nose. It's really good. Yeah. Yeah, not me, man. I like those milks or whatever. I don't like them like they do, but I like them. What is Italiano Widow? Is that one? We talked about that one, but I already forgot what it is. I can't remember stuff. So I'm trying to think of that one. I got to tell you that one. It's the best Italica cone. Oh, I'm going to quit thinking about it. I'll come up with it another time. It doesn't matter because I never think of it. But it's really good. Oh, you don't like you like a Tina's better than Italiano, Stan? We're back to that. We can't veer too far off that subject, can we, Stan? We've always got to right the ship and get right back to the Latino subject. Don't get too far off that. If we start talking about fragrances too long, we're getting off track. How long has this even been going? I don't have a thing showing me how long I've been on here. Let's see. So I can do the simple math. I started at 1. It's 3:30. So I've been on here 2.5 hours. Wow. Goes by quick when you're doing this stuff. I like the smell of horchata. Yeah, I have some fragrances like that. Yes, Spence has got some Latina clones out there, some LA Latina clothes. Oh, now look, Rick's throwing some. I don't even know what he's saying. Let's see. Let's put it up there. What's he saying here? Oh, Spinks has horchata. Yeah, look, now I know how to do this. What's this say? Somebody translate that to English for me. Yeah. Let's put Stan up here. Stan's up here. Yeah, I forgot you could do this. I'm still learning this. Here's old Pop. Pop's up here. You guys can all see the chat and stuff. That's good. So at least I got that part going. Looks like I got this figured out halfway decent. I pretty much can bring up stuff now, bring up notes. Pretty good for a first time with this StreamYard. I played with it all week. Please don't squeeze the Charmin. Rick's a comedian too. Can I tell you that? A lot of comedians on here. Okay, that's a good one. Italiano Winter, Casamore Italiano. And, oh, that's got to be a banger. That's definitely a pop scent. That's got to be good. Yeah, I know I would like that one. Yeah, that's got to be good. It's still bugging me. I'm still trying to think of that stupid Italiano because if I find it or whatever, I'm just going to send you a sample of that. Okay, I don't even have that much of it. Maybe I'll just send you all of what I got and I'll order me a bottle of it. If I find that stupid Italiano that I got, I'm just going to send it to you, Pop. You're going to have what I got and I'll order a new one just to show you that I actually compared it to the real Italiano, the other version of what I got, and I like it better. Now, the rest of the stuff from the house I'm talking about, I don't really like too much or whatever. Like they're okay, but their Italiano is really good. But yeah, I got a lot of Italiano clones too, and Dua's is all right. It's not one of my favorites from Dua, but it's not bad. I've been ordering from Dapper Fragrances. I put a couple orders in, got some from them. Yeah, have you guys done much from Dapper? I just am getting into that house. They're actually not pretty they're pretty decent, and they've got a lot of the Boadicea, the Victorias. So I ordered a lot of it. Let's go to this one out of Kuwait. I go to this out of Kuwait. You got to order these oils from Kuwait, and then you got to mix them yourself, or you can just wear them as oils. But I don't like to wear them as oils. So I go on here a lot, and I just put a big order in. I got 31 oils coming from this place. So the shipping ain't cheap here, though. So you got to kind of watch for a free shipping code. But yeah, their oils are extremely close if you get like an A double plus or whatever. But yeah, let's just say, let's pick one. Let's pick this Aqua de Pharma. And they got a lot of really hidden gem fragrances. Like, let's say we're going to order from this one here. So they're showing you some orders. And then, you can buy them by how many grams you want, different prices. And they'll even mix them for you. If you want to spray, like here it is, here's a spray version of it. And this is an A++. When you see like this A++, that's their super high end. That's going to be pretty much a dead-on clone of whatever it is. If it's got the 2 pluses by it, but you're going to cost more too. See, this 30 milliliters, $50. And then, like I said, shipping is coming from Kuwait, so you got to watch. You got to get free shipping. You got to get free shipping from here. So you always got to watch codes. But man, their fragrances are really good. I haven't had a bad one from them. They're almost dead on to every fragrance I've got. Especially if you get an A++ one. If you get an A+, it's on. But the other ones are just A's, and those are pretty close. But you get like an A+ or an A++, it's dead on. And they got a ton of these Boadicea the Victorias. Like let's just click on Boadicea the Victorias, or however you say that. So look, now we're on Boadicea the Victorias. Just look at all these. I start scrolling through. They've got clones of all these. Look, I'm still scrolling. And I actually ordered a lot of Boadicea. How are you going to get that? See, look, it's refreshing. Now look, these are all ones you can order of. Because they're Middle Eastern, and Middle Easterns, well, they love these Boadicea the Victorias. A lot of oud, and the kind of scent profiles they like to wear. I've been wearing a little bit of oud and some of these oud rose fragrances in the summer this year, and it works better than you think. Because I kept thinking to myself, well, these guys are doing it, out in the Middle East, it's hot. So you see all these? I finally scrolled all through all those. They got a lot of them, dude. Yeah, they do have that, Rick. They got a lot of vintage everything. There's no burning. Rick's smelling rubber in a lot of these fragrances. He's picking up rubber notes. So his olfactory perception is off. When he smells resins and pine, to him, that's olfactory perception. So he thinks for a dime, that's Stan's alley, the dime bag. Yeah, my first Dapper was pretty creepy. Okay, yeah. You got to buy in grams. Gram equals milliliters, whatever. And a banana and custard flame, that's probably a top. I haven't tried anything from Yam and Leo. Have you? All Jenner's Bops? I have not tried anything from them. I've seen, what's his name, talk about it on there. TLT's buddy, the one dude over there, he keeps talking about them. I've been on their website, but I haven't ordered them. I do need to try them. I like trying houses like that. Yeah, I do want to try Yam and Leo. If you've tried anything, let me know. Put that in the chats. Yeah. $26.99. Yeah, this stuff, like some of these are pretty cheap in here. Am I still showing it? So like, let's say you click on this one. Like this one's not too bad when you pick your size or whatever. 5 grams. If you took 5 grams, and you mix it with perfume oil, that would basically give you 15 grams. That'd be a 33% perfume concentration. So that'd give you 15 milliliters at a 33% concentration if you just wanted 15 milliliters. If you mix this at a 33% concentration, it'd be a 30 milliliters. You just do the math. How much do you really want of this stuff? And if you want them to mix it, it's like this. So, that's what you would do. It's much better to buy your own perfume alcohol and mix it yourself because you're shipping it from Kuwait. So you got weight and who knows what perfume alcohol they're using. You can get better perfume alcohol and you can put your own fixative in it and you can make it better. So yeah, I'm just buying little samples of it. I just buy 5 and I just make 15. So that's what I like to buy. And I have to wait for a free shipping code. Yeah, Derek Hicks. And I trust Derek. I don't think like he's just a shill on stuff. So if he's raving about him, I'm just going to take it because I don't know. I don't know if I can spot a shill good or not. I'm starting to think I'm finally figuring it out a little bit. I think I got shilled a lot in the beginning, but I don't think he's a shill. I think he likes what he likes and says it the way it is. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is he a shill? I don't have him down as one. I mean, I might not agree with his taste and his thoughts always, but I honestly only need about 10 and 15 milliliters of juice anymore. I don't really even need a bunch of 30s anymore unless it's something I really like because I got so many fragrances. So Rick's out here cutting up and laughing. Yeah. And then that Zoha aromas too out of Canada is another one that has really good oils, and their shipping is a lot cheaper because it's just coming from Canada, you know. But I'll say this on the Kuwait oil, when I order it from Kuwait, they do FedEx. I'll order that, and like 4 days later on a smaller order, 5 days later, it'll be here on my front porch in 4 or 5 days from Kuwait. And my Dua will still be weeks away. And if it's Joma Shop, I mean, the order's not even went through yet. So Spence was always a fan of Kurt Schilling. Yeah, Spence got all these codes out here. I think he's shilling. They all shill. That's true to a point. I'm okay if you shill for what you like, because I kind of shill mirror image a lot, but it's just like I'm not getting nothing out of it. I mean, I don't get any codes or nothing. He's not giving me nothing or whatever. I mean, he might give me a free sample here, but like I just like mirror images stuff. It's good. And I like doing stuff. It's good. And most of the houses I do repeated content on is good. Like this generics, I do it or whatever. So. You'll be shilling before long because your channel is going to grow pretty quick, Spence. So it won't be long. You're going to be shilling. You're going to be getting all these codes. You're not going to be able to turn down that. How are you going to turn down free bottles and free codes? And you've seen Chaos Fragrance, didn't you? When he went in his garage, he had that new boat in there. He had a Corvette. He's bought his new house. His garage was the side of my house. So his little Joma Shop stuff. Hey, there's a big show on Joma Shop fragrances right now. Get over there. Parfums de Marly. Parfums de Marly. There's a big sale on it. Get over there and see. And then you go over there and click on it. And then if you just click around like that, that's the regular price of a Parfums de Marly. You can go right now on many other websites and beat that stupid Parfums de Marly sale they got. So everybody clicking on Chaos's fragrance. He's got that kind of like a choir boy look or whatever. And he reeled me into. I was buying a lot of his Joma Shop links for a while there. Because he seems like, yeah, you can trust this guy because he kind of got that boy next door look, and he's real articulate, and his editing's good. Yeah, guys like him will suck you in. And he probably does even like those fragrances, but still, it's still kind of a shill, you know? Yeah, oh, yeah, RXL points him out the best or whatever. Yeah. RXL is the best at pointing him out. I love it when RXL calls him out. Let's look this up. Yeah, nobody's better than RXL at making me laugh at that kind of stuff. Let's see. Let me see. Here we go. I like this one. We're talking about that. Here we go.
Fragrances. And what a coincidence.
Let's start over.
This entire list is comprised by all the crap and all the trash. Chaos Fragrances just made a list of fragrances. And what a coincidence. This entire list is comprised by all the crap and all the trash that he's been pushing onto you over the last week. And what a coincidence. All this trash can be found at Joma Shop with this fucking garbage can affiliate links. Joma Shop sucks, and Chaos Fragrances is a dirty, rotten, filthy, low-life, yellow-bellied, giraffe-necked fucking shill. Chaos Fragrances just made a list of fragrances, and what?
That's enough of that. Yeah, me and it's nice of me and Pop Sense even hanging out with you, Spence, because we're a couple of 4K YouTubers. We're closing on 4K, and we're hanging out with you, Spence. We're giving our time to you. We're big time. Oh, hopefully not. Hopefully they don't catch that. Hopefully they don't catch that. Maybe I edit that out. I forgot about the cussing. Yeah, he's going to take away all my viewing hours. Yeah. Well, we're out here balling. Me and Pop, we're out here at 4K. Even though when you used to do a chat, you're sitting here talking to TLTG. TLTG don't even know who I am. Yeah, well, you don't have a bunch of subscribers from India like I got. So his 4K is a little different. I got a bunch of Indian subscribers that don't interact. They actually do watch them because a lot of my still highest viewing audience is from India. That when I can you can do all your all my all the analytics, you know that you can see everything in there, and my still biggest viewing audience is still India. They are my biggest viewers, but the click-through rate on them is so quick. You know, I mean, it's hurting me and pushing me down on the YouTube algorithm. So yeah, even I actually, a lot of the subscribers are watching me in India, but the click-through rate on them and all that is, and they don't interact, they don't ever comment, and they're not involved in none of these chats or whatever. And then you look at my view rates or whatever, they don't really watch that much. So, you know, it's not really, you know, it's an inflated rate, as I explained why. But yeah, I don't need this to succeed. See, here's the thing. I didn't retire because I need to make money off of this YouTube channel. You know, I made my money. I'm just trying to live on investments and stuff. Now I am blowing it on this YouTube channel. I spent some money in advertising. I'm buying more fragrances. You know, this is making me buy more. And, you know, so this is a losing proposition here for me. But I don't need it to make money. You know, I could walk away from this right now and it doesn't, no impact on my life at all. So it's just a fun project for me. I didn't know nothing about hashtag. I'm 55 years old. I just started doing this I only started doing this in March, you know, and I was just using my camera and I had no idea. So yeah, I don't got no clue how to do it. I just figured this StreamYard thing out. I just figured it out this week. So yeah, Ross don't know who I am. That's for sure. But he's going to be on a live stream with, and he's buying fragrances that Spence recommends. So he's boys with Spence, which is cool. Spence is a cool dude and Ross is a cool dude. So they ought to be boys. Cool dudes like cool dudes. You think the background is cheesy like that because it kind of way it cuts me out or whatever? Is that cheesy, you guys? Anybody can sound off on that. I don't care. It's your opinion or whatever. I have a bunch of different backgrounds. I tried different ones. I just like this one because I like fall. What do you guys think? Is this background cheesy? Because you see how it kind of, you know, when I hold something up, I got to kind of watch how I hold it so you can see it. But I don't know. It's better than looking at my office. Yeah, that makes a difference, Spence, if you've been rocking with him for a while. Yeah, you go back in a fragrance community or whatever. I'm just new to this or whatever. I've been in at fragrances and been watching you guys for a while, but yeah, you think I'd be better at blacking out the background, the green? Yeah, I'm not going to be out here doing a live out in my backyard, Stan. Maybe I'll try the black or the green on the next one. I tried a solid color, but it still felt like I was doing this freezing thing when I was doing it. I have one of the mountains too. I kind of like that one. Yeah, I like meeting all you guys. Just having you guys show up here, like every one of you guys, like our people, you know, that I know you guys to a point now or whatever. And then, you know, somebody new showing up today. Jenner Bops. I mean, I don't know who you are, but we talked a lot later. I heard you seem like a cool dude. So you meet new people all the time. And you've hung out for quite a while. And like that one pop one, it was, yeah, I like all the, dude, your lights are already, you keep acting like it's not good enough. Like it's going to be better. It's a work in progress pop, but it's already awesome. It's already awesome. Yeah. Staying still out here, turning up. I don't think that's true. Nobody's a nobody. That's for sure. I don't know nobody that's a nobody. It's definitely not you. You know a lot about fragrance. You're on here and you know Spence. So Spence don't know nobody. You out here cutting it up with inside jokes with Spence. You telling me Spence is going to hang out with a nobody? That ain't happening. Yeah, do that. Do that on that. Yep, Pop, I was talking about you. I didn't talk over you too much on that because when I watched the replay, I was cutting you off a little bit. Maybe you didn't get to finish your thought or whatever. Pop, I don't know if you're still on there when I talked about that. So I don't know. Tell me, Pop, if that was done, because I'll try to work on that next time. Did I talk over you or not let you finish a thought too many times when I was on that live? Because sometimes you'd be finished a thought, and when I watch it back, I'd like jump right into another subject or whatever because I thought you were done with it, but maybe you had more to say and I just went to another subject. So that could probably be frustrating. I don't know if you heard me say that the first time, Pop, but give me some feedback on that. I'd like to know. Because when I watch it back, because I kind of knew I was doing it while I was doing it, but then I watch it back and it's like, yeah, man, I was kind of turned up and saying a lot and jumping in, maybe cutting Pop off a lot. Because our personalities work pretty good to me on that live because you're kind of laid back and cool. And I kind of come in hot, work good. Yeah, Spence, go on his live, dude. Go on Pop's live. That you could bring some people over and just show them the Pop, whatever. The Man Cologne channel. Facts. I'll have to. That's another one. I don't know. So you talking about a nobody, and you know all these people. Okay, Pop, good. Because I know I can be that way. And when I watch it back, I was like, oh man, I was coming in hot and cutting him off. It looked like. And I know sometimes when I do that, people can get frustrated with me. Hopefully, you know, it didn't. You asked me. When did you ask me? You never asked me to go on no live or nothing. This is the first I heard about you talking about a live, Spence. I'll go on your live, but I don't know what we would talk about. I might be talking about clones. You'll be talking about these bougie fragrances if I come on yours. If you come on mine, you can still talk about your bougie fragrances and teach me. Dude, I'd love to have Spence. You want to come on a live? Pop, you want to come on a live? Rick, you want to come on a live? All Jen or Bops, you want to come on a live? Anybody can come on my live. Well, I must miss a lot of stuff on the comments. So, all right, I'm going to try to come in your. Let me know sometime when you want me to come on a live or whatever. I'm not really good about. I got to kind of prepare myself and think about what we're going to talk about. So you had probably to tell me ahead of time if I was going to go on your live, Spence. If I was coming to yours, I'm not one because I've been invited in on people's. I don't know. It's hard for me to just jump in on one or whatever and turn the camera on. I like a little bit of prep time to think about what I'm going to say. Maybe write a few things down. So, yeah, I'll definitely. I didn't catch it. So just assume a lot of times I'm in and out and I don't see stuff in the comments, Spence, because you've already mentioned a couple things that I missed. So I'm kind of in and out sometimes. And then sometimes when I watch them back, I just let them play. And sometimes I'm in and out. Yeah, dude, I'll come on anytime you want, dude. But I feel like I'm bringing your channel down, honestly, because you've got the people you've had on. Like you're having TLTG reviews on, dude. I'm a white belt compared to that guy. But I'll definitely come on and talk about cheapies. That's a subject I know about. I'll come on and talk about cheapies. I'm well versed at that. And I actually like listening to you guys talk about the high end fragrances and stuff. And yeah, I'll talk to you sometime, and we'll you're probably on Instagram. Hopefully, you got an Instagram link on your channel, Spence. Maybe I'll message you sometime, and we'll talk about setting it up sometime. We could do that Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday spray decants. I could probably do that, Spence. I could definitely do some if you want to do if you want to come in Tuesday or whenever you want to come, Spence, you let me know ahead of time. And I see you on doing like a more daytime stuff, your hours, whatever. I even like the daytime stuff because I'm retired and sometimes I don't want to be on there late at night. I know like Pops has got a real job and he's on a late schedule. So, okay. Are you saying Tuesday you want to do it, Spence? 6 p.m. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. Remember that. All right. Give me a time on Tuesday, Spence, and I'll set it up. We'll talk about decants. Give me a time, and I'll make a thing up. 6 Eastern Time Tuesday. There we go. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. Spence. All right. What are we going to do? We're going to do decants. Is that what we're going to talk about? Spray some new decants, or we're going to talk about cheapies? Or I actually like, for my channel, like most of my people don't listen. They don't necessarily like they're here for cheapies, like a lot of my people. But I actually like when you talk about your expensive fragrances and stuff. So yeah, that'll work. You spray decants you haven't tried. Let me write that down. That's what you're going to talk about. I'll save some I haven't tried too. I'll get some because I got some coming in. I'll do that too. I got a bunch of decants coming in. So that's what we'll do. Decants we haven't tried. We'll both do that. I'll be out here spraying Dua decants, and you'll be out here spraying Bodacia, the Victoria decants. You know, that'd be good. We'll have variety in there. I'll be spraying Lattafa decants. I can't even get full bottles of Lattafa. You know, Stan will be in the chat hopefully, and then we can talk about fragrances for Latinas, Latina fragrances. Okay, I do have to get off here at 4. 4 is a hard out because we got to eat. And the concert starts at 5. So 4 is actually a hard out. That was actually my hard out time. So definitely going to wrap this up and soon in 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to I'll get a thumbnail made and we'll spray decans and hopefully some more come in. If not, I got some old decans I haven't smelled in a long while. I got so many decans, it'll be like smelling them again. Yeah, we'll be here talking about Diddy and Vogue events. Yeah, come on back. Because we went by your time. You don't have a channel, do you? You seem to know a lot about fragrances. All Jenner's bops. Yeah, and then whenever you want to have me on about something, you come up with a good something about Chibi, just let me know. I'll come on pretty much anytime I'm retired. You know, I don't have a whole lot going on. I can work around whatever schedule spends. I don't like doing late, though. I don't like late because a lot of people are on that West Coast time, and they want to start at like 6 their time. So that's like 9 my time. And that's my bedtime. I told you I get up at 4. I don't like late. I'm more, but I know it's better for content for West Coast. People like to come on late. And then guys like, nah, I don't think so. You're right. You know all these people. You ain't no. What are you trying to fool me for? What are you trying to fool? Well, I think you know I'm big time because you see I have almost 4,000 subscribers. 4,000 Indian subscribers. All right. We got wild in this chat. This is a lot of fun. You guys put up with me and my Jenner fragrances. I appreciate you guys staying on here with me this whole time and making this fun. And yeah, this is great. And Spence, let me know. And then I'm going to plan on the 6th. I'll make a thumbnail and all that, and I'll put it up within the next couple of days. And we'll try to turn out again. Yeah, that's true. Everyone is a small fry until they're not. All right. Hey, good meeting you, sir. I don't think I've met you before on lives or anything or whatever, seen you on any streams or whatever, but yeah, awesome. All right. Hey, you guys all get out there and have a great Sunday and enjoy the rest of your day. We still got a lot of daylight left. See you guys.